Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your mediocre time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
I think I like seeing how mean the chat room can be to EJ. Hey, it is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer's here. Hello, Sam.
Hello, it's me and Luca in the corner.
Yeah, you know what? I apologize. Samantha and her pet Florida lizard, Luca.
Have you ever seen that, Seth?
Not chill like that. No.
Yeah, this thing is hand-trained, dude. Like, when I walked in this morning...
It's been there for 4 days.
I've hypnotized them before, but that's about it.
When I walked in this morning, that lizard was on the microphone right there, and then I walked in the other room, turned all the lights on, right, came back. Motherfucker got on the camera waiting for me to turn it on to warm his belly. Because the cameras...
Because it's cold in here.
We figured out that the cameras give off a little bit of warmth.
Heat.
Because they're a little older, you know. Everybody's bagging on my cameras. Like, Dan, you still got them Logitech 920Cs? What the fuck? So, yeah, look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him just perched
Taking
up there. Luca the lizard.
He's been sitting on Sam's camera every time we
4
turn
days.
it on.
Since I got back.
4 days. 4 days.
And I've never seen a regular standard Florida lizard almost be domesticated like that in the matter of a week.
I'm the desert queen.
The fear of getting squashed by us, his survival instinct's kicking in so he doesn't freeze to death. So he's like, he'd rather have that than
I'm gonna
try
to put a camera on him so everybody can see him.
Luca cam.
I know everybody wants to see Luca.
Tom cuts grapes for his sons. I have cut grapes for my lizard son.
Why didn't you why Luca though? I missed that.
I don't know.
Too.
I just named
Oh,
Luca the lizard.
It's a Disney movie.
Oh,
you don't know? No, there's a Disney movie. There's an Italian lizard boy.
What?
You know, it just came out. Luca.
Okay.
Like a year ago.
All right, there he is. I got it. Luca.
But you roll them over, you flip them over, you rub their bellies, and they stay like that. That's how you hypnotize a lizard. You never done that?
How do you roll them over? They're trying to
catch the lizard. You turn them upside down. You rub.
Oh, I did that with a slam hog.
And you leave.
I was like,
and you just
she went right
it'll
to sleep.
stay there until you touch it again.
She went right to sleep.
Like a shark?
I guess. I don't know. I've done it to a shark, but
like
a lizard I've done
like
tons.
Like a taquito shark. A big slam hog.
I've never heard of that.
I'm going to put the camera on Luca the lizard here. There he is. Now we have Luca cam.
Like every time I caught a lizard as a kid, the damn thing is so scared for its life that it's just trying to run away every second. Then his tail breaks off, and they're like, "Ew!"
You got to be careful.
Luca is growing his tail back.
Yeah.
Like
here's his grape feast on Twitch.
Is he gonna eat that? It's too big.
Well, we're gonna get flies over the weekend, and he can nibble on it. He doesn't have to eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't think they're made to nibble.
Well,
you don't know my lizard.
Like, here's what I was
He's
thinking.
a nibbler.
I was thinking we put the grapes down there, and then we let them sit, and we put a little water on that napkin.
Yeah.
And because it'll attract some flies, some gnats, some fruit things.
You're gonna have a fruit fly infestation.
That's fine. I don't get. We just gotta keep him alive.
I have a lot in my house. I'll bring the thing.
We just gotta keep him alive. We used to have it in here from pouring beer down the sink. We used to have an infestation of shit flies everywhere.
Yeah. But Burn Pest got rid of them.
And they came yesterday. They sprayed it good. Luca hid like crazy, man.
We need a habitat to cage. Like,
why do you want to cage my friend, bro?
Because that's the only way.
They're either $18 or $116. Which one? Like, and I know which one you're gonna make me buy.
Well,
Tommy, your son, told me.
You can just get like a plastic container of food and poke holes on the top. And
They put them in a cup, put a piece of saran wrap on the top. That's no way to live.
Yeah,
That's no way to live.
I mean, we've been looking for a new show pet to have because since
And
we
this
lost
came
it-
naturally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
it
is
did- it really
organic.
did.
So I'm fine with buying the habitat for it.
There
Buy
he
the
is.
aquarium tank, put the thing on top. But Sam doesn't want to imprison
He's
him.
free range, bro.
I do like
Yeah,
him
it is
free
kinda
range.
natural
I
that
do
he's
like
not-
him free
yeah,
range.
yeah, I agree.
And look, there's a gnat right above. There was one right
You
above. It's
scared
right
the
above you.
shit out of
It's right above you. You have a gnat right above you. It's
came
working.
out-
Oh, did you bring it with
comes
you?
from my beard.
No, it's
now.
working.
Oh, my God.
I think he's
got a
Tom.
fly
I think
beard.
he's fine.
Yeah,
Tom was worried.
I'm the guy from Peanuts that flies around.
Pig pen. It was dirt. I think.
pen.
But the Tom was like, "Oh, there's no way he can survive. There's no way he can live."
There's
And-
not
and
enough bugs.
I
in
think
there
there are enough bugs in here. I think you don't notice
He
anything,
doesn't have
man.
the glasses on.
You don't notice anything. I notice bugs all the time in here. Sam are always talking about gnats in here. This place is a fucking dump.
Yeah, but it needs more than gnats.
I had to go buy the fruit fly catchers for my house last week. I had
Yeah.
hundreds of.
You know,
like,
I know it. You got
everywhere.
it. You put cum down the sink.
No, come
No,
on.
I don't put a lot of stuff down to disposal. I guess because I had
You're
a
not
bad
supposed to.
experience. Yeah, I know that, and I clogged it once.
What's the point? I told this to the
I know.
last people we had, and I would tell it to Modern Plumbing, who was just at my house, by the way. Thank you so much. They did a bang
got
up
a
job.
clog?
No, I got a shower. The ball joint in the shower is going bad. So when you turn it on,
it leaks or something?
No, it won't. It'll either get a little hot or literally
Scalding.
scald your
Oh,
dick off.
gotcha.
Like
I like that.
yeah, and so you have to fine tune it, and you're in there like yee yee yee, and you work with it for like 20 minutes, and you get it right, and then I swear to you step wrong, and it just scald you good. So, and then we had a toilet that would not stop running, and apparently we had a valve that was loose there too.
You got
so
a lot of plumbing
Jesus.
problems.
yeah, so my wife takes massive doo doos.
Yeah, but it's
come
ball.
on.
You guys shouldn't have an old of the home. What is it? Like
Big
15
2005.
years? Yeah. Okay.
2005. it
Cheap
was
plumbing, I guess.
Yeah, it's all everything
Yeah.
there is cheap.
Almost 20 years ago, which
I
is
know.
Yes, yeah,
Remember
yeah.
when my house
God.
used to be modern?
Yeah.
It's not. It's an old, dated house now. Anyway, do we have anything to plug before we get cracking?
we still have some 420 merch left on our website.
Sounds so defeated.
Well, I'm mad because we broke the texting service with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
That's
did.
all.
We
took-
haven't talked about that on this show, only ACT, but
and
we lost our texting number because we put 420 in the goddamn text.
Now,
and
that
that's a
doesn't
FCC
mean...
violation.
Yeah, that
Really?
doesn't-
The FCC
yeah.
got us.
Yeah, the FCC got
For
us.
putting
Yeah.
the numbers 420,
numbers.
and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of ridiculous.
And then
It is
It
ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
it also, though, shows how we don't notice things normally because the first thing I screamed is like, wait a minute. I get text messages
Yeah.
from all the medical marijuana companies all the time. It's all I get is like the promotional text messages. And then
They use code words and shit.
I went back and I looked at all of them, and it's all about
Yeah.
relief and have a
Yeah.
sunshine day.
yeah.
And then I'm like, God damn it, they must have read the fine
Goddamn
print.
Sons of
Sunshine Day.
bitches.
Anyway, if you signed up for our texting service, though, you're still grandfathered in.
Yeah,
so
don't mess with it.
Yeah.
Like, I
so
don't
when
even,
we get a new number, you'll
Yeah.
still get the number.
Yeah,
It's
you're
just-
good to go. You don't have to do anything. Don't mess with it.
yeah,
Leave it alone.
Starting from now, we have to get a new number,
Yeah.
which Sam did mention it should have 420
Yeah.
in the actual
Yeah.
number.
That way
but
they-
they won't let us
yeah,
do it,
no,
though,
probably not.
motherfuckers. It's like when you try to get
420, 69, 69.
yeah. If you try to get that license plate, the lady will be like, no.
You got to do like really gross stuff that they don't understand. You know?
I got denied my license plate. Well, only because I got the new truck, so I went and I have to get a new
What'd
vanity
you wanna-
plate.
what'd
Well,
you
it says
wanna
Raptor now, so I can't roll around in a TRX with a Raptor license plate. It says Raptor. So I tried to get a bunch of
Oh, yeah,
Kumite.
that is so douchey. If you got a Raptor tag on a
On a
non-Raptor truck.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all dinosaurs. It's fine.
Yeah, so,
It is a dinosaur. Yeah.
yeah, so what did you?
Well, I
what
just-
truck do you
I
have?
tried-
too much time.
I tried to get corny ones. I didn't have time. That's why I was pissed when I went there. Of course, I have to sit there and these, the people that go into the DMVs. It's
Yeah,
I don't-
Tom told
I
us.
don't want to be around them. And then,
Oh yeah.
and then I get there.
COVID's
and-
not a thing anymore. They just said that this
Yeah.
morning.
It's
Breaking
fine.
news.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So I tried to get like nerdy ones. Like it was like Kata TRX or I do Kata and Kumite.
I
TRX.
Duke.
I do Kata. It's
But it's going to
Yeah,
look
yeah.
like
Karate
I
stuff.
Duke.
I know,
ATA.
and then
I,
the I Kumite.
SS.
I Kumite looks like I come Ite or something like that. I don't know. People are
You're a
gonna.
grown man.
Yeah, just get the numbers. Just get just
I
get
don't
the
know.
C39108X.
I asked for I8A4RE as well, and they have that.
I ate a fart.
I ate a Ferrari.
Oh, I think I ate a
It's
fart.
it's the one that Beverly Hills, the 90210 guy had.
I ate a Ferrari.
Yeah, I ate a Ferrari.
Will that truck eat a Ferrari?
Well, probably, yeah. It's
No,
No,
if
it
you're
will
gonna
not.
have that, you can't have it be a probably. It's gotta
So-
be.
Oh,
a,
it'll definitely. Well,
Okay.
when I'm done with it, it will. Because I'm
Okay,
gonna jack it all.
How
All
many
right,
how
all
many
right. I don't
things
know if that
can you
makes it go
buy?
faster.
How many things can you buy, Seth?
Any
What
You know what he wants?
What are you
vehicle.
doing?
I know
Like,
what he wants.
You don't have
I know
enough
what
time.
you
I
want.
mean, there's too
I
many.
do want a hovercraft. If I just want to, whenever those come out,
That's not what you want.
I'm gonna hovercraft here every
I don't think
fucking
that's- I
Friday.
don't
You
think
can get
that's
a
what he
one
wants.
wheel, and then you and Tom
No,
can
I
one wheel
tried
together.
those. I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna
you
do
don't
Oh,
want a
you're not
one
gonna
wheel.
do it.
Yeah, that's a nerdy.
that. What do I
Don't get a
want?
one wheel.
What do I want?
I think you want a. I think you want a son.
Oh.
Well,
Maybe.
I'm just saying.
I mean, probably. Yeah, of course I do.
I think that I mean
Dune buggy.
sometimes when you're on the
Dune
sometimes
buggy.
when you're on the quest for excitement, the most
Fuck it,
excitement
get
you
everything.
can get is to make a little version of you, right?
It also then
My
take
luck, it
away
won't be.
all the other stuff.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
you won't be
I'm
able to use your
saying that
boat,
they
all
don't.
those
I'm
stuff.
saying that those things are in place of, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, it kind of checks out, isn't it? The quintessential midlife crisis.
Not really. Just because I don't have to
little
spend money
bit?
on a kid, I can spend money on that instead. It makes me almost as happy.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there.
It'll be
Yeah,
just as
have
cool to
fun.
have that TRX with a cool car baby seat in
Look,
the back. And
I'd rather have the TRX. But,
What happened to your other truck?
he
Weren't you building
oh,
some
yeah,
truck?
it's still being built. It should be done the end of this
God
month.
damn, it's
Yeah.
like 2.5 years.
How many?
Yeah.
This guy,
don't even get me
I
started.
would love to be the guy that you're like, oh, they're fixing my helicopter over here. I got this boat in the shop.
Now-
I got a muscle car. I got an off-road vehicle. I got four-wheelers, jet skis. That's the dream, right?
Yes, it is a dream.
I have
but
two
I'm
broken
mad that
down
you're-
shit scooters. Two broken down
Okay,
shit scooters.
well, let's talk about this because you're not married as of yet, right?
No, I'm not.
What are you
oh,
waiting
I thought you were
for?
going to drop a bomb on it for a second. You paused. I was like, oh, shit, he did it.
Has Tracy been mentioning it at all?
We
or-
talk about it, of course,
or-
but I don't. She doesn't push it, so I don't push it.
Well, there's
Yeah, no need.
a thing when you get married.
Don't force it,
now,
either of you. That's stupid.
Sam has somehow
ruin it.
Gotten beyond this, because I don't know how.
What
but,
are you talking about?
Well, it's about your spouse mentioning or having a say in what you buy. You know,
Oh, yeah. I got to check in.
yeah.
Well, what do you check in? I've been locked out of my bank account.
Yeah. Daniel, Daniel
I'm the
literally
worst.
has a conservatorship
I'm the
with his
worst
wife.
one.
well,
Oh, our guests are here. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Yeah, you're good. Come on. You can sit
Come
right
sit
here.
next to Tom.
Yeah, I
I
literally.
do have my lizard on my camera, so don't be fearful.
I am locked out of
I'll be
my
fine.
bank account, and the only
awful.
one I have true access to is our truest. And thank God I have a good relationship with this fine man because he'll tell me I can buy whatever the fuck
No,
I
I
want.
do-
you
just
should
don't
be. You
notice.
should have your own individual accounts and a joint for like things
Agreed.
that you need to get.
I have
Me and
my
Seth, we're
okay.
on the same
I have
page
my
today.
own account. I just gave up. I gave it away.
Me and
Well,
Tracy
not
and I-
yours.
I released it. I
That's,
released it to my
legally
wife.
not yours
Yeah,
anymore.
It's not. It's not.
we actually did just open a joint account like a month ago together. There's no balance in it right now, but I did it because I'm on her health insurance and I needed to see that we were living together. And
Oh,
Okay,
so you
so
did
the
it as a scam.
Hey, we should make a business.
So, but anyway, so Tracy doesn't mention why are you buying and spending all your money because if she is looking at the future and like, okay, I'm eventually gonna end up with this person long term, he needs to not spend all his money.
Yeah.
And
This guy's
you know,
toy crazy.
because
Maybe we don't know how much money Seth has.
That's true.
Well, that's what Seth
true.
yells at me, but I have an idea because I've looked at it and done
It's
the
dri-
math.
is
You
it driving you
looked at his
crazy?
bank account?
Is
No,
it
no.
driving you crazy because
I
he
looked
has
at
Doesn't
an
he have like a ton
awesome-
of real estate?
Yeah,
Is he
yeah,
like
yeah.
a slumlord?
Does it
not a
drive you
ton.
crazy
Oh,
that
no,
he
no.
has an awesome adventure
I
truck
only
and
have
you
one
don't?
slumlord.
You don't have
cigarette.
it.
I've picked apart little things, information that he's given me throughout the years, and I know what businesses
He has an
has.
You know how much I get paid here. That's it.
Well, there's that. Well, I also know what you're willing to work for. So that's got to be something.
I told you this is my therapy. It has nothing to do with the pay.
I was gonna
Okay.
say work is a strong term, but nobody else that sits in that seat gets paid.
Listen, all I'm saying is that I've done a loose math, and you're going through
A
more
loose
than you
math.
have.
Yeah,
I'm just
okay.
saying, like, there's with all the motorcycles, the Hellcat,
Paid off.
Boats.
Paid off.
yeah.
Is your boat paid off?
But everything.
Halfway. and
Well,
it
I mean,
was
he
100.
Every
just-
time you take that Hellcat to get its oil changes, $400 or
No,
anything.
it's not that expensive. And I barely drive. It's just hit 10,000 miles that Hellcat. That's it.
Yeah,
I
new
barely drive.
tires are what, $2,500?
Those are expensive.
Yeah,
But
tires
I
on
only
that
did that
thing.
once
Crazy
so far.
expensive.
And I'm just saying, and then they're just sitting there.
The wraps were the most expensive part.
And then
Yeah.
all the other. Anyway.
Wait a minute,
so
you're on
Trace-
her insurance?
I'm on her health insurance, yeah.
Oh man, you must
That's
run
the
that
ultimate
thing.
cheapo.
No, but he must run that thing crazy.
Because
right?
it's way too.
They're like, God damn, this guy's got every week heek got procedure, right?
I was,
yeah.
just at the infectious disease doctor yesterday. I'm good though. My mercury levels were high. Did I tell you this? I don't think
Mercury
Your
levels.
I didn't even know I had mercury in me.
They tested for mercury, and it was high.
You're eating too much fish.
Exactly. I had to stop my canned tuna, and it went. And I got.
Look at that, Dr. Daddy.
And
At it again.
I got tested, and it went down like 10 points. He wants to see it a couple more
you
points.
don't need to go to the doctor. You need to come to me. I figured that out.
I mean, I figured out too.
Like
I just
in
didn't.
5 seconds.
I mean, if I got tested, I knew what I needed to do. He was telling me cut all this stuff out. I was like, look, I know what it is. It's the canned
Well,
tuna.
that
It's
should
a hell
make
of a
you
lot
not
of-
want to go to the doctor. If you figured it out and the doctor was wrong and he wanted you to cut all this stuff out, that should help you. Oh my God, I sound like Tom right now.
But he also tested me for like Zika and all this other.
Zika, that makes your head tiny. I wish you had a tiny head
Why
with a
is
big
it
beard.
testing for Zika?
Because he
I
wanted.
wish you had a tiny Zika.
He wanted to
head.
make sure he did it. You should see this test. They did 20 vials of blood for me. The doctor,
20 vials?
the lady that was taking my blood goes,
I
honey.
think they're selling your blood.
She goes, honey, did you have enough to eat today? Because you take a lot of blood from me.
you got a
What?
Zika head.
Yeah.
Why are they
A
testing you
little
for
baby
Zika?
Zika
It's a waste of
head,
money.
It's in Miami. Zika mosquitoes are in Miami.
Yeah, but why were they
You're in
testing for
Orlando.
everything?
if you're pregnant.
Also,
Literally everything. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You should see some of it.
Oh yeah.
I got to look it up. It's literally a list.
I couldn't even
You want me
afford
to
my
say-
blood work. I walked right out of the quest. I was like, I
And
can't
you
afford
need
this.
it,
I
though.
need it. I
Because
was.
you got a
I had a
real
prescription
thing.
for
He
it.
ain't got a real thing. You have a real thing.
This guy's
that
getting
you-
Zika tested. I'm over here dying.
Hey, why were you getting Zika tested?
also, why are you eating canned tuna like a hobo?
I was literally like, I did not expect
Okay,
him
it's
to eat
not
canned
just
tuna.
it's not just cheapo canned tuna. It's
Bumblebee?
It's the good stuff from Whole Foods that's certified good shit.
Extra mercury though.
Well, yeah,
Good shit.
apparently.
Perfectly fine. Mosquito neck.
It all comes from the same factory. Like
Yeah,
some-
Oh my
just
God.
different
Look at-
labels.
Want to see
It's
this?
all the same
look,
shit.
look at this list they tested me
my
with.
God.
That's the list. Do you see that list?
Why?
What the fuck?
You don't need
That's
that.
No, they're scamming you,
You're
bro.
the most healthy person I've ever met in my life.
Well, because Seth went in
Cephala
there
from
and
Anaplas,
said,
the
"Give me-"
Barbessa, Lyme disease, reefer disease, latex
Reefer
screeners,
disease. I got
Reefer
that.
disease.
I got that.
Epstein Barr,
Epstein.
Epstein Island, Epstein Barr.
schizochroma, urine stuff, culture,
Urine
blood urine,
stuff.
macronutrient, arsenic, cobalt, lead.
You say Macklemore?
Yeah. So,
All right.
Anyway, it was a lot. It was a lot of stuff.
We're
So-
all
Get
over the
on that
place
topic.
already.
So on Monday, we were doing the OG recap,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, while we're doing the show, and if you're a BDM, you can go back and listen to
Yeah.
this.
It's live, too.
All of a sudden, Daniel gets an email from our UPS driver,
Yeah.
which we know because he delivers a lot of stuff from us. He's a listener.
He's a great dude. He's like almost always
BDM.
listening to us. Like, I'll wave to him, like we know him. So he emails me and he's like, actually, I think it'd be funny to pull up the actual email. He says here, it's our buddy. He says, hey, did somebody just hit your car? If you're getting alerts, I think someone hit you. I had to swerve to get out of the way too. They were driving crazy. I think it's and then he described the car and he said, with this particular tag on it.
So we
I ate a Ferrari.
during
Yep.
the OG recap, I
Yeah.
went out and did the old school
Yeah.
call in your own radio show,
Yeah.
Man on the Street, which I love, by the way. I got a jolt of excitement when I did that.
I went back and I watched the
like I was
video
back in
from my
Nam.
car because my car videoed you doing that, and you have he does have the biggest smile in his face. He looks so happy. He's like drunk in the
Well, he
mirror
also
rides
gets
again.
happy with other people's misery, so he knew you were mad that your car got hit.
I mean, I
2
didn't
for
even
1.
know though. I hadn't even. I
I got a
didn't
2
even
for
know.
1
I
Joy
understand that
coupon.
feeling.
I
2
didn't-
for 1 Joy.
I guess
yeah.
I guess when we do reveal these things, it does make you sound pretty horrible, right? That you're like out there looking at something that I like
Biggest
destroyed,
smile.
and you're literally like a shit-eating grin on your
Is it
face.
horrible that I'm happy from your misery? Because
I mean, it's horrible for me.
anyway,
Maybe.
So I go out there and I look, and it's a pretty significant giant black scuff on the
Ooh.
side
Yeah.
of Daniel's wheel well. Like, and when I say pretty significant, I would say probably 18 to 20 inches tall.
Yeah.
The entire thing black
that
scuff.
sucks.
You know.
Yeah,
And
it's a big tire
anyway,
print.
to the point where it's like the person knew. There's no way you're
Right.
gonna cause a scuff that big and not notice that you bumped something.
Well, the
Right.
car alarm went off, which is another reason you would probably know. You know,
It's
you'd
a
hear
significant
it.
hit.
Yeah, you would
Well,
absolutely hear it.
It would hit the car. You'd be like, oh, I was like, I came
Yeah,
way
your
too
car's
close.
gonna move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And trust me, if you've heard stories before where you've heard me talk about things that I've got before and then I get mad about them or whatever, this is a whole different altercation for me.
So okay, well, yeah, and before Daniel starts telling, because I didn't know this whole story, I specifically asked you not to
you
tell
got
me
a
the
few
whole thing.
details, but not a lot. Not a
Because,
lot. I want you guys to ask questions because I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Because first, and then we were like, oh man, someone hit you, or whatever. And then Daniel mentioned, he's like, well, my Tesla has the ability to start, like, if someone hits the car, it turns on all cameras, like, and they have like cameras around the whole
that's
car.
smart.
And then, so maybe I got him on camera. And first thing I thought, I was like, no way, because I don't understand technology. I was like, no way that's true.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way, does a film, like, on one camera, I understand, like a dash cam, but
Yeah.
it's like, is
Well,
it going to
it's
film the
got-
side?
I think it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras. 1 in the cabin, 2 on the sides, and 1 on the back. So as soon as it detects anybody near the perimeter of the car, it's really annoying. It'll flash on the screen. It'll say Tesla Vision or Sentry Mode activated, basically letting people know if you're around the car, you're on camera right now.
Probably a good theft deterrent.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
or in like places like Portland, they like people will just disguise themselves and just go out there and they enjoy beating Teslas up. I don't know. Like it's weird. Everything's political these days. It's whatever. Anyway, so
So he did get the
Yeah.
person's license
That's
plate.
awesome.
so what happened
like,
was
whoa.
so what happened was it activated, but when it gets activated like it's been pushed, like the car's been hit or whatever, all the cameras get turned on, and then it just starts recording.
When do you have like a little thing you pull up, like it says?
Yeah,
no
you
way.
go in. There's a USB in the glove box,
Oh,
right?
okay,
And
okay.
inside the glove box, there's like a 100 gig USB stick that holds all your files. And so I just went up there and I just found the time. So I got hit sometime around like 1:30 or like 1:39, I think, if I wanted to be exact, right? So that's when I got my phone was just going crazy. I'm like, now normally it doesn't do that. But then it said a Sentry Mode disturbance has been, or something like that. It let me know that it had been hit. So I'm like, oh, God, between that and the email, I obviously got hit. So then I went over there. I looked at the video. Actually, Sam was with
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Sam and I walked out there. We pulled up the video, and damned if it didn't get this person's car perfectly and a perfect shot of the...
I mean, you could see the camera shift. Like that's
Yeah,
how hard
it was such a good
the person
video
hit him.
of the person hitting me that like the car was like driving away, and it's like, oh my God, how did you not know? So
They knew.
I took a picture of that. Well, and then here's where it gets like my anxiety got into it. Like I told Andrea thinking that she was doing what's good, and she always does what's good, trust me. But it like I didn't know she was doing this. She called the non-emergency number and called the police and then just reported it so I could be on the books, I guess.
Yeah.
Which kind of aggravated me because I'm like, I wanted to do that. Like, now do I have to stay here?
Meanwhile, Dan
Like-
and I are going around the neighborhood looking for this car.
Right,
Yeah, that's what I
because
would-
now
that's
we
what I
have a
would do.
photo of it. And then I'm thinking to myself, is this such a good idea? I don't know.
Well,
In this
yes.
neighborhood, maybe okay, but, you know.
So pause it for a second because
Yeah, please,
Speaking of the
slow it
police,
down.
now meanwhile, once I forgot about
Yeah.
your car.
Well, I still had to leave to
'Cause
go
I
get
don't care.
Maisie. I had to
What I
go get
do-
my daughter and take her to dance, right? So I have to leave. I can't stay here.
But I also forgot about a meeting that I had that day,
Oh, yeah.
which I
right.
wasn't wearing my goddamn
Your business
shoes.
attire, yeah.
and so when they showed up, I was like, "Fuck!" And then I'm moving boxes out of the thing, and then and they showed up. It was a big meeting.
it's
Like a potential,
very
like
good.
very good
Very-
business
yeah.
meeting for our
very
business.
good. I'll get
Bumblebee
very.
tuna.
This is a big one, y'all. This could be very.
And
good.
you're in just flip flops and what, like
Short,
Sure,
short.
yeah,
Those
yeah.
No
same
shirt, no
shorts.
shirt.
Now, can I
or
tell
something?
No,
can
I
I
have
tell
my-
you something
I always-
crazy? Can I tell you something crazy? That was the first time he'd worn shorts and flip flops in like 3 weeks.
And of course.
Yeah. And anyway, also while I was a little bit unprepared, so I was doing my standard.
Pusher. He does push-ups in the
big-
bathroom.
No business. And I'm talking, and then my mouth got dry, and then I go to get the only water we have in there, and then I go and open. I step back down, frozen, solid. So I go to drink it, it's frozen.
Start eating it like corn.
And then I'm like, oh god, my mouth is still dry. Anyway, but then I heard a knock on the door. I open up, it's the cops.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Hide the kratom.
And then I'm like, I'm gonna get arrested in front of my meeting.
Oh, my God.
Oh, were they still here?
No, they came in there, and then I was like, oh,
They're
God,
gay.
the cops.
What?
No, they came, and then I realized, and they're like, is Daniel Dennis here? And then I'm like, oh, yeah, this car.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't know, he's not here.
He left.
Anyway.
Took the
He's on the lamb, but he has the kratom. I don't have the
I
kratom.
text Daniel, I'm like, the cops are here. I'm in this business meeting
Actually,
freaking
you
out.
called me. Actually, he calls me, and I just got back from taking May. Now, keep in mind, I got hit at 1:39. Sam and I walked over there at like 2:30. You had your meeting at 3. Then I had to go pick up May to take her to dance at 3:30. I'm back at home after dropping her off. It's like 4:15. At 4:15, the cop shows up. Tom calls me, and then he's like, she wants you to come back over. I'm like, no problem. So I get in the car, come back over. I park. She's standing out here. I walk down. I walk up to her. First thing she says is, my boss is a massive listener.
No,
massive
awesome.
listener. And
That's
I'm like, okay, good. This is great. This
Yeah.
is like talking to Mike Stacks or JC Harrelson. I got the first name. She knows who I am.
Let's
like,
talk
oh,
about this. Because
thank God.
Because she was dressed like a police officer, but it's a
Citizen.
community
Yes.
service.
I was going to say she was really
She
hot.
was,
or
very,
something.
she was really hot.
She was a pretty girl.
really hot.
Hey, well,
Yeah.
that's inappropriate. She's an
I mean,
officer
why?
of the law.
Women, you're not allowed to tell women that they're attractive anymore.
She's
Nah,
still
come
an
on.
officer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't have.
Is she still an officer? How's that
work?
Officer
she's
sex
a
pot.
real officer, but she also happens to be very attractive.
But not on the same level as a real
no,
officer.
not on the same level. She
Okay,
didn't have
well,
a gun or
But her
anything.
hotness makes up for that. So it's,
It
Well, then
really
it's not-
did.
If you don't have a gun.
I got the
Did
gun.
she not have a gun?
No, she didn't have a gun.
No, I don't think you can have a gun if
No,
you're a
she's
public
a citizen
service
patrol.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a baton probably or tonfa.
So, but she's dressed like an officer though. I feel like you should wear like casual clothes.
Oh, the chat room says you're not allowed to say people are attractive. Okay.
Duly
Sorry, I
noted.
didn't know.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
Won't
stop.
say that again.
Jeez Louise.
Anyway, so when she met with you, what happened?
Okay, so I walk up to her. She's like, and it was funny too because she already knew it was a Tesla, so she already knew what was going to happen, right? She's like, "Do you have the tag number?" I'm like, "Yes, I do." I show it to her. She's like, "All right," writes it down. She's like, "Let's run it." So she's like, "If the person's around here, maybe we can get a hold of them." I'm like, "Great." She gets in her car, runs the number. She's like, "They're right back here."
Oh, close.
And I'm like,
close.
"Oh man!" And as she says that, I kid you not, the car goes by.
No way.
Yep, and it
Oh,
had
wow.
like a specific sticker on it, a specific type of tag, a specific color.
Did they look over at you and like?
No.
No, they're like,
No.
do you see this?
Because
No, but I
if
thought
I
about
hit
that.
a car
I
and
did
then
go like, I go,
ran-
hey. I did go like, hey. And
Okay.
I pointed. I did the point because I wanted him to like lock it up. I wanted to do the
you
move where
should've
it's like,
went,
that's there. That's them. That's how I'm blowing the story. But like you're running towards it, like Tom Cruise running.
Yeah. So they drove by, didn't look. Were you
Tinted
standing by
windows,
your car?
Tinted windows. I didn't know whether they looked or not. I looked at them to see if they would look. They did not look, but it was tinted windows, and they were moving, quickly.
Did you look and see if they had a scrape on their car?
It would have been on the opposite side,
okay,
so I
okay.
couldn't. So anyway, we know that they're back here. Everybody's gone, so the cop's like, "Hey, do you want to go try and find her now?" And she's like, "What do you want to do?" And it's like, "Look, I don't want to make this a big deal."
Break their fucking legs.
No, but I was like, but if it is damaged,
Yeah, I
and
just
I don't
want my
know.
shit to be
Like, there's a
repaired, yeah.
sensor that they hid. The one that Tom pointed out, that one is the one I had to clean like crazy.
Yeah.
Because
I
she did get the
I
sensor.
want to get their insurance so that we could just,
Right.
Well, there's emotional damage probably.
Right. No, I just want to swap information and do what's right. Because, like, to me, and what was really getting at me was that I got hit at 1:39. It's 5 o'clock at this point now. It's 4:45 or whatever it was.
Oh, they didn't.
Hours had
Yeah,
passed.
hours had passed, and you didn't care, right? Like, so, like, now I'm kind of like, now I just, to me, I got to walk through this just to settle it in my own brain because I'm like, how can you not do that?
Yeah.
So, We walk down, and the lady finds, and this is
So awkward.
Yeah, this is the stuff that Tom wouldn't do. He'd just be like, it's fine. And I get it. Sometimes I wish I were him. There is some beauty in that. I find the beauty in the resistance or not doing it. I find the beauty in that.
Well,
That's just not me.
If there was damage that I knew I had to go through insurance, although you didn't know at the time.
I didn't clean it or anything because I didn't know, right? Like I guess I'm a
don't
car.
tamper with evidence.
I'm sort of a car guy, but I'm certainly not like I'm wrenching on my I'm literally doing everything myself. I'm not that guy.
I would have tried to clean it and justify anything to have to go and ring the doorbell and talk to these people and then look at them in the eye. And
You're
be
not
like,
curious? I was curious.
I'm an adult. You're an adult.
Are you guys curious? I was curious.
I'll be curious.
Like,
I'm with
I
you,
gotta
Daniel.
see what's happening. Why did you not? Then I started.
I know why, but that's the thing. I know why.
You know the answer.
Because I could put myself in that person's position and then hit a car and then think to myself, I don't want to deal with the consequences of my actions.
Yeah.
And so
I
therefore
wish you had
I am
gone
going to
with me.
run. And that's what they did. I know what they did. And I don't want
You're a coward.
I'm not a coward. I don't want to face a person.
Well, you're
that
a
has to-
smart coward.
That are shamed.
Smoward.
It's
You're smart.
The shaming that's involved in me looking at
But
an
you
adult.
always say that more people
He should be shamed.
I
Yeah,
know,
but
I
not
know.
by him. He wants me to do
Right.
this.
I am a
Do
coward.
as he says. Do as he says, not as he does.
I'm a pussy.
So we walk. No, you're not. We walk down there. It's just like different people have different things that grind them up. I walk down there with the cop, and then the cop's like, "Well, what do you want to do?" And I say, "Look, I just want to like make sure I get compensated if it is messed up." And she's like, "Do you want to press charges?" And I said, "Well, what is this?" And she's like, "Well, she left the scene of an accident, or the person left the scene of an accident. I mean, that's a hit and run as far as we're concerned, And I'm like, well, I don't know. Let's just go ring the doorbell and see how this plays out.
What is that?
Bring it and run away.
What is that penalty or charge if
It's
you?
a felony if you hit and run.
I don't know. I don't imagine that she'd be cuffed and taken away because
I think there has to be a certain amount of damage to be.
Yeah,
right.
I don't know.
I
if
think
you
totaled
leave the
your
scene
car.
of an accident, it is a felony.
Maybe if a cop
But
could
not
call
if you
in and,
if you bump someone's bumper and do no damage and then leave. That can't be the same crime
as
as in if
crushing
you
a car.
crush a car.
I
right?
agree.
So
I agree.
I wonder what it is. I don't even know. Like if you hit a parked car and you leave and they find out you did that, what is the charge?
Yeah, so anyway, we ring the doorbell.
In the state of Florida, if you hit a parked vehicle and flee the scene, you could be charged with a hit and run, which comes with severe penalties, including a $500 fine, second-degree misdemeanor charges, and a maximum of 60 days in jail.
Oh, wow.
So it depends on probably the
damage.
damage.
Right.
Still, something you don't want to go through.
No. So I walk up there, great looking house, ring the doorbell. It's one of those ring doorbells that everybody knows the sound of.
Okay. Before you continue,
Yeah.
what makes this worse for me is the person has money. And why it makes it worse is because if the person didn't have money, then
You could justify
I can
it.
justify it, be
Yeah.
like, man,
I
they
know.
are.
They didn't have the money to pay for it,
I
or they
know.
don't have insurance.
Yeah, or
I know.
they know their insurance is going to go
Man, this
up.
person
and
lives
it's
in
like,
the house that I want
like-
to buy back here. You know
like-
what I mean? The houses
Oh,
that
it's like
I
that.
can't
Yeah.
afford.
Like,
I'd love to live in their
I
house.
want it to be a single, like in
I
my
live in a
mind.
So they're
townhome.
probably an entitled jerk, to be honest.
I mean,
Well,
In my mind,
know.
if it's like a single mom that's down her luck
Yes.
that hit my car
Yes.
and left the scene, it's like I'm almost talking away.
She had to leave the scene. She's going to her third job, Tom.
Yeah. And then I'm like, she didn't have the money.
Yeah.
And she's going through rough times.
I
so, like,
thought of that.
But so that's what makes it worse for me confronting a rich person who had the insurance, could have easily just left their
No, they had
number
everything.
and then paid for it, or like or got out of the car, saw the damage, be like, that's no big deal, leave their
Yeah.
number, and then just be like, I'll just pay them off the couple $100 if they want to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so easy. That's what makes it hard, because then you have to look at the person's eyes and realize that they are a piece of shit for doing what they,
Yeah.
or they, not that they're a piece of shit, but they
handled
acted-
it wrong.
They handled
Yeah.
it like a piece of
You
shit.
handled this incorrectly.
You hit someone's shit and then you leave. You had the money to pay for it. You have great
Yeah.
insurance.
You do.
And you just don't give
You
a
had
fuck.
everything. You just don't care.
And then have to look at you in the eyes.
Oh,
and
we'll
then
get
you
there.
know.
Oh, we'll get there. So,
God.
ding, ding, ding. I stand there. Cop's not with me, by the way, because I don't know if that's legally or whatever. But I mean, she stood by and she's like, I'll wait, but you got to do it. And I'm like, all right.
Where? Like she's on the street?
She's by the gate, and I'm by the door. And you know how people are blasting through
way.
doors lately. Little Daddy was up there. I'm like, this rich lady, blow my goddamn head off.
She's going to open the door at the 12
Be Patch Adams, blow my head off.
Also, like, I would have asked the cop to do it, or the community
No,
like,
she
can
asked
you
me
do
to
it?
do it. She was
no.
so beautiful, I had to do it.
She looked through the ring camera and you were too short to see from the camera. So she didn't see shit. She the fuck's at my door?
So then, no,
I see him through the mail
Ding
slot.
dong ditch.
I'm seeing shadows in there, but nobody's coming. So I go again. Again, waiting.
I
I'm
could see him
seeing
just hide behind
shadows.
the
I'm seeing shadows.
He's here. He's a little
Hide,
busy.
hide.
Then reluctantly, the door it like barely opens, and I'm like, "Hi, I'm looking for the owner of the." And I had my phone out. I was like, "I'm looking for the owner of this car. I think they hit my car, and it's a woman. It's a very attractive mom." And she looks at me and she goes, "I did hit your car because I didn't see it." That's the first thing I heard. And I'm like,
You didn't see.
God.
A
Oh, no, I would have been
bright
like,
car.
obviously. No shit.
I do
No.
like admitting to a crime.
and then
But also, that's a fucking lie.
I did kill her because I hated her.
We know what? Right.
What do you want
right.
me to do?
No shit.
So
I hate her.
Number one, it's a bright ass white car, so you saw it. Number two, we know why you hit the car because we saw the video where you were trying to skirt around the car so you could beat the fucking UPS truck.
yeah, and the UPS
I would've been
guy,
cussing this
and,
lady out.
and she said, and then the next thing out of her mouth was, "I was trying to avoid the UPS guy," in which I say to her, "That's funny. He emailed me and told me, and he's a friend of ours, that he was trying to avoid you." And then the cop shut me down. She's like, because I was doing it. You know, I was like starting to call her on
On her bullshit.
the
Being a
bullshit.
dickhead. Yeah.
And the cop was like, no. And then the cop says, "What do you want to do? Do you want to press charges?" And then the lady goes, "Charges?"
I would've pressed
And I
charges.
go, "Yeah, you left the scene of an accident." I said, "I believe that this is a felony." And as soon as I said felony, her husband came out on the porch. Yeah, and he was very nice. I got to say that this guy, like, I think he had just gotten home. I don't think that he was really privy to much that, like, only that she had told, him. And he, like, kind of got on her, like, bristled a little bit and was like,
Oh, yeah. He's like, what are you doing driving, woman?
No, he was like, "She did not handle this correctly," like that kind of a thing.
Yeah,
So they're kind of having a little sidebar. And then I say to the cop, I say, "Well, I'd rather just try to be cool with this." And the cop goes, "Pace." And then she like walks off. Like she was funny. She was great.
This is
yeah,
what
she's like, "Okay, if you're gonna handle it, I'll get out of here." But then she asked me to take a selfie with her for her boss in front of them, which was awesome.
No, yeah,
That's pretty.
This is what I don't understand about human behavior is that if I was in the situation, okay, like because I like to put myself in everybody's shoes, and I would I hit the car, I don't want to take responsibility, and then I just leave, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm too busy with my own shit, I'm just gonna leave. Then chances are no one's gonna see that. I look around, I leave, right? Yeah. And then it's a piece of shit. I'd never do this because I'd be way too embarrassed of this happening to me and the owner showing up, be like, "You hit my car and you left." But if that did happen to me and I saw through the window the guy standing there, I'm like, "Oh shit, that's the guy."
I'd never answer the door.
No, I would answer the door and be like, "Hello?" And then they tell me you hit my car and be like, "Oh my God, I didn't even know."
Yeah,
you
have
know
to sell it like
I
that.
would say
Yeah.
I
played dumb.
I played dumb. Who doesn't play dumb?
And then you go to that
A dumb person.
You go to the point where
Yeah,
you're
they
like,
can't play. They already are.
you go to the point where you're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that and then you sit
like,
down.
"I'm so
and
sorry,
you
I
sit
would've
down
stopped."
and you make them feel sorry for you. Where they're like, "Are you okay?" And you go like, "I
I've been
guess I
having
am."
dizzy spells.
I guess I am. Now I'm questioning my own sanity. And then,
Well, because I had no idea
Yeah,
I
give
hit
him
it.
some
I
of
was in a
those.
rush.
That's good, T.
I looked back and I didn't see I hit it. I would have
Can
to
I make you
say I
uncomfortable?
know I hit your car.
Can I make you
It's crazy
uncomfortable?
to me, right?
May I make you uncomfortable for a second?
Yes.
So I'm talking. So they're having their sidebar, the husband and the wife, and then she's talking to me, and she says this. She goes, and continuously said this like 3 or 4 times. "I am a good person. I am a good person."
If you have to
You don't
say
have
it.
to say that.
I was
yo.
getting a lot of those, and I thought of you as I was saying this. I said to her, I go, "I'm gonna need you to stop saying you're a good person, because I don't like judge you being a good person on whether or not you hit my car. I think that's a weird thing to say." I said that to her.
Well, she didn't want everybody, which is
She-
weird
she,
because
she
it's
also
like,
said, "I'm a mother," and I'm like,
That doesn't mean
so
shit.
I countered that by saying I am also a father. Like I didn't know what. And then I got to
Here
a
are
point.
adjectives.
I am a lizard.
Why didn't she say I didn't know I hit it? That's
Or-
it's
no,
so
but why-
easy
but,
though.
but the easier
She probably didn't
one,
think that fast.
No,
She
but
was
the
just
Yeah,
easy,
she panicked,
freaking
I
out.
think.
the easier one 4 hours later.
Yes,
This is the
4
easiest one. The easiest one is to say
She never thought you were going to show up is what happened.
But the easiest one is to say I was flustered. I didn't know what to do. I
Sure.
freaked out because here's another one she said. She said, I called my father. He came by, looked at it, and said it was pretty bad. And I said, he couldn't have left your information? Like, my point was, I was getting more and more, like, I think everybody, and I know
why
those
is
of
she
you,
She's making it worse.
Yeah,
She's making it worse.
yeah,
I
she's
know
making it
that
worse.
those of you listening to this expected me to rage or get mad or do the typical me or whatever, right? But I got to tell you, I told you this, I was so sort of sad about the whole thing, and I looked at it, and it really didn't appear that it was going to be a problem because I have paint protective film on the car. Luckily, I do. That paint's horrible on that car, and luckily I put paint protection film on it, and it protected it. You know, like I went home, I cleaned it, and I think it's going to be just fine. There's no issue.
So it buffed out.
Yeah, it buffed out good. I
okay.
spent some time with it and got
I
it
would have
good.
been such a cunt to her.
But-
And I'm like, oh, you're a mother?
but-
This is how you teach your children to take accountability
Yeah,
for
I
when they
was
do
just-
things wrong?
I
Oh,
was just
that's how you
bummed.
escalate it too.
Yeah, I'm an escalator.
Yeah.
I'm
I
an
was just-
escalator.
No, I was
You're a
just
bad
bummed. And her
person.
husband was so cool. He was so nice.
I'm a good
He was like,
person.
look, I'll pay for anything. She handled this incorrectly. I'm so sorry. Like and
Did you see this happen a couple times?
I was just like, no, he was cool. I was just like really bummed out. I was just like,
Yeah,
this
it's
is the problem.
disappointing.
This is the problem. Other people out there talking about all these other things, those are not the problems. This type of attitude, that is the problem. Where you just can't simply say, I hit
Take
your car.
accountability.
No, it's simple though. I hit your car. I'm so sorry. I'll pay for it.
That's
it.
it.
That's all you got to
Yep.
say. If she had said
Or
that when
lie.
No excuses.
I didn't know I hit your car. I'm sorry. That seems like the most because
Either deny, lie, or
Doesn't-
just say you're sorry.
Tom, she's too frazzled to
Like,
even think about that.
I-
Or say, hey, can we take care of this another way and like invite you inside?
Oh, come on.
No.
She's a
Come on.
mother.
I mean, it seems like the
Okay.
neighborhood to do that. Like,
No, stop it.
okay.
I assumed
Jesus.
I make mistakes all the time. I don't know if
What?
you know this. Like it's like
We all do. Everybody does.
Hey, the other day I was pressure washing my back patio because the friends are coming over just
Yeah.
to like spot pressure washing.
Look, this guy rolls out the red carpet for those
And
guys.
then I opened up one of my sunbrellas and I was like, oh, it's moldy. And then I went to go pressure wash it and it blew a hole through it. And then I was like, oh, yeah,
You know
yeah.
why?
Probably should have done that.
You know why?
Uh.
Because no grown man should say sunbrella. That is not a term
I
you
was
should
going to
use.
say I've never even heard anybody say that before.
Yeah, that is
and
the
I
gayest
hate it.
thing you've
I
ever done.
kind of hate it.
It's a brand of umbrella. Anyway.
Obviously a great brand if you can blow a hole through it.
And as soon as I blew a hole through it, I was like, well, I made a mistake again. And then I was like, I'm gonna have to explain this to the crow. Because she's
You
gonna
should blow holes through the whole thing.
because when
Just
she
destroy it.
she's gonna see this and be like, what the who blew a hole
Oh,
in this
that's
shit?
when you deny. You'd be
No.
like, I have no
Hail,
idea what
hail,
happened.
Hail,
No,
hail,
no.
hail.
Ooh.
one of the kids
No.
got a hold of the
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, blame the kids.
No.
Squirrel.
I immediately
Raccoon.
started
Possum.
weaving a tale in my brain about how
No.
it sat for so long. It must have got
There you go.
the,
4
like-
hours later, you can't leave a Post-it note. This guy. Same lady.
No,
They're
no.
the same lady.
Well, I'm just saying, don't people think of the
Lies?
excuses or lies?
Why aren't you
when they
people
can
Why
thinking
aren't
of
you guys
lies?
thinking of more lies?
Where are your lies?
Every time I make a mistake, I think of an excuse to tell someone when they confront me about it. I thought that's what everybody did. I
La,
thought
la, 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 lies. La, 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 la,
like
la, la,
every
la,
bad
la,
grade
la,
I
la.
got, everything is always excuses. It was like all things because I don't want to say it's because I'm an idiot or I'm a bad person.
Oh,
or
I just don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah. You can't say that. It's
Yeah.
got to be something
So
else.
at least you're trying to come across as a good person, which makes you a halfway good person.
Well, you just don't want to admit how much of a piece of shit you are.
Oh,
Well,
like
the-
I do every week on my
best-
last story.
Well,
Yeah.
the best part of this, and all's well that ends well, is as I was leaving, I took the car over there. They got to see the damage or whatever, and I was so disgusted that I was just like, I'm gonna take a page out of Tom's book. I did. I thought of you as I was doing this too, and they were like, hey, we can take it to this guy. I got a guy. I was like, nope. I'm gonna handle this because I can trust me. I'm sorry that this all happened. I wish I'd met you guys in a different way. He apologized. That's about as far as it got. I got in the car. I drove away. I was like, I'll handle this on my own. Came back over here, and the cop was there, and I just, hey, is anything else? She's like, no, you're good. And then she said, look, I would like to think, and this was the great way to end it. She tied it with a beautiful little bow. She said, I would like to think that she was going to come back and put the Post-it note on your car because she kept telling us, I'm a good person. I was going to come back. But let's just be glad that we forced her hand. And I said, agreed.
Well, no way she's
No
coming
way
back.
she's
She
coming
drove
back.
by you.
Yeah,
What
I
is
sent
it?
her dad over here.
No, that's what she
Yeah,
was saying.
4
I
hours.
think that was what she was saying. Is that like,
She
look,
she straight up told Tom and I that she didn't think she was coming back.
No,
She
no,
said-
I know. That's
she
what
said
she
the same
said to
thing now.
me.
She's like, she said she was coming back, but
No, that's what I'm saying. She basically said, look, I'd like to think that she was going to come back and do it, but I'm just glad we had to
No
force her
way.
hand.
Anyway, it's super awkward, but
And really sad.
people do need to be confronted because I honestly would have just wiped off the scuff. Looked at it and been like, fuck it, all going through this whole, calling the cops or going to confront this person. I would have never done it. I would have been like, fuck it, it's fine, move on. But guess what? That person would have done it again and never thought about now.
Yeah, I had to
Correcting
tell
your
her.
actions.
Because of this awkward exchange, and I'm sure it caused a day of embarrassment that maybe she won't do it again.
Flip
And that's
your
what
script.
people need to do.
Yeah, flip your script on the single mom that hit the car. Put the single mom's car out there and have that lady hit the single mom's car.
Right,
Right,
they can't afford-
No cameras.
Yeah.
Can't find the
Well,
license
it's
plate.
a piece
no
of shit. Who
recourse,
cares?
and then no, but still, if she can't drive and get to work,
I'm joking.
can't take her kids to childcare. I mean, yeah, it's saved by the cameras, I guess. So.
Yeah. I imagine that in the future, most cars will probably be built with full cameras like this.
Yeah.
And there will be
I
maybe
got
no
all
more
my
of
truck.
this.
I know my truck has all of
The
them.
new,
think about
the new Elantra, I think, that just came out. That's a Hyundai product, right? I just saw the commercial, and they outfitted. I think it's got more cameras than anything I've ever seen. It's got blind spot cameras and ones that activate as soon as you get hit or you're in an accident, front facing.
You think this will correct societal behavior because we will enter a time where everything's on camera at all times? Because even now, the likelihood of someone having a Ring doorbell is pretty high in your neighborhood. So you being on camera driving by or whatever, the cops are solving murders like this, following a car through Ring doorbells and ATM cameras and business cameras. There's just so many cameras because in the 90s, I remember my truck. I was at a house party one time, and someone rammed into my truck and left this huge dent on the side.
Yeah.
And then people at the party were like, oh, someone hit your car. And then I went outside. They left or whatever. And then it was like, well, I'll never find them again. When you got hit in the 90s, if someone hit your car.
I got hit in the 2000s and I never got.
Yeah.
If they just take off, there's not much you can do.
True.
I demolished an entire residential gate.
Okay.
Seth,
All right. Seth checking in.
Property damage.
But there will
There he
be
is, guys. He's still here.
there will be a time, I imagine, in 20 years where there are so many cars with cameras that if someone hits a car, they'll probably think, I have to leave a note
The
because
cops
they'll
seemed
find
relieved.
me.
She as soon as I showed it to her, she's like, "Oh, this is gonna be so easy." She was like, "Oh, easy time."
Yeah, because any other time, if you don't have cameras or any proof, that's it. They hit your car, and then there's nothing.
Yeah, and it was
anybody
cut
can
and
do about
dry.
it.
Like you saw Sam laughed because you could see the camera go, and the whole car goes.
Yeah. So she hit that shit hard.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, but all's well that ends well. Car's fine, and actually, the damage I did on the back of it, you were right, is worse. When I backed into the trailer hitch.
If there is, what about this? This is a question
And
for
we got to
Mo.
take a break
Yeah.
soon.
But if there was, say you wiped off, it was a giant tire scuff, and you wiped it off, and you're like, well, there's no scratches, but could you put in a claim for the time it took, and say I spent 3 hours in my garage buffing this out or whatever, could there be some sort
Write that
of
down. That's interesting.
could you hit up the husband and be
Well,
like,
I did work on it
I
to
want
get it clean. I did
150
have to buff it out.
I think you have to get an actual quote from a place.
I think she's
because
right.
I've gone through this.
But-
And you can't if you work on it yourself. They can't quantify a check to cut you.
Unless you were.
what if you just hit up the husband? You're like, PayPal me $150.
Yeah.
He could have done that.
Or
Would
else.
would he do it? Or he'd probably
yeah,
be
he
like,
was very nice.
He probably would
would've-
because he was embarrassed of his wife.
No,
being
he
a
would have.
dickhead.
He would have absolutely done it. He wanted to take care of it. He was a good guy. He even offered to set me up with some of his. He has private guys that do detailing. He's like, I'll get my guy. I'm like, you're good, man. Let's not make it any bigger than.
oh, you should have got a whole detail out of
Yeah,
it.
No.
You just start taking everything
I know. I
start
know.
texting him. You're like, I want the NFL ticket. Start making demand. I mean, who knows?
I want donuts for life. From where?
Start being a crazy person, and then, because
I am a crazy person.
no, but
I'm trying to uncrazy myself.
because if you think about it, really, she did get off scot-free. Like, there's not that besides from the
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he. I don't know. Maybe sex. No sex for a few days. They argued or something like that.
Oh, they argued
there
for
was
sure. You
definitely
could see it. You could see him
household,
arguing. Yeah, you could see him arguing for sure.
Yeah, but how much does he really care about a stranger's car? Like, that's his wife. He's got to live with her. He probably says that. He says that in front of you, and then after.
What if it's not the first time? He's like, this is the 10th time you've done this.
Okay, I would.
I mean, it was a big vehicle.
Yeah.
She might not be able to handle that.
All the moms around here got vehicles too big. I would like it if as soon as they close the door, they're like, "God damn M word." That'd be awesome. I'd be like, yeah, they got me good. If they were like, my God, look at how awkward he looks driving that car. He looks hideous.
All
Like Billy Barty.
Let's take a break.
Yes, sir.
When we come back, Seth's got some stories.
Yeah, and then he was asking. Man, when you were asking us questions, I was like, uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
My bad story.
Let's do punk rock today, or like hardcore kind of styled stuff. New album came out from the band Drain, and this is gonna start like super heavy and aggressive. So it's gonna be like a 1, 2, 3. Oof.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Squirt. Squirt who? Squirt is P. You dumb rednecks.
Right about now, you are listening to the incredible
A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, who kindly remind you that squirt is P.
I don't know if I'll see better when I'm dead. Just lying here awake. I'm not drowning, I'm just swimming in my head again. Lying here awake, I'm lying here awake, I'm lying here awake, I'm lying here. Maybe I'll get it together when I'm old. Yeah, I'll be better then. Get my shit together, that's
Oh no.
You all right? What happened?
I spilled your birdseed water all
fine.
over.
We have lizard shit everywhere. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
The name of the band was Harbor. The name of the song, Swimming in My Head. Before that, you heard Drain with Run Your Luck.
Let me talk about Manscaped real quick.
Oh, I used it this morning to buzz down all my tattoos. I took all the hair off my
right.
tattoos because it's easier to put sunscreen on.
Look at this kit you get. If you're
that's
looking,
the beard hedger.
Yep, the beard hedger.
Yes.
They have beard kits. They have the weed whacker for nose hairs. They have
The weed whacker,
downstairs-
though, makes me, like, I get confused when my wife said, where's your weed whacker? I think that should be like a tally whacker.
I agree.
Right, weed whacker. But no, that's, I forget what that one's
Ear
called.
and nose hair, right?
Yeah,
For
yeah.
the weed whacker?
I use it in my ears.
Yep, and you can get 20% off and free shipping worldwide if you use promo code Tom and Dan when you order your Manscaped products.
Yep, ceramic blades. You can just order replacement blades right from there. The beard hedger I really like. See that little black case in there? Hold that guy up.
Yeah.
That thing is awesome because you can put your beard hedger in there for traveling, or you can put in all of your marijuana products.
Yeah.
I'm serious. The Manscaped knows what they're doing. They got you covered. And so when I travel, this got a built-in guard. On the top, so you dial in how long you want your beard.
Dude, it's nice.
Super nice.
If you're looking for
You need
Who's got dibs on that one?
Ergodynamic.
Ergodynamic.
well, Dan,
whatever.
we've got one.
Ergo, I want one.
You want? Well, this is gonna
That'll be your payment
yeah,
for today.
This is your payment.
Those
That's
are
more than
expensive.
$100.
Yeah.
Like $280.
Well,
I mean, we got it for free, but so I'd rather give
If
it.
things go good, I don't want my payment today. And I was going to explain that in my good news, but we'll get to
Oh,
that.
that's
what
a
does that
lie.
mean?
I don't
That's
trust
a lie.
this man.
Of course you want it.
Uh,
So anyway, manscaped.com. So let's do some good and bad with Seth.
all right, buddy.
Hi, me Seth. Me gonna tell you a couple stories, okay? You gonna be impressed. Me tell you 2 stories, one good, one bad. Me tell you a good one. Me promise you'll laugh. Wait, why me see chat room saying good ones seem kind of bad? Huh. One story good. One story bad. One story feel happy. One story me sad. One story me big hero. The next me douchebag. One story me good. Me really good. Me telling you this story good. One story me bad.
Good Bad brought to you by Injured on the Go. Just call Mo. What do we got, Seth?
Okay, I thought you were going to do more than that. But okay.
No.
So, like I said, I ran out of good stories.
Oh, yeah, we know.
I have
So
lots
are we
of
changing it
Okay,
to
listen.
bad and bad?
No,
or
no,
double
listen,
bad?
listen,
double bad.
Why don't you try to do
I have
something good in
lots-
between the 3 weeks?
Yeah,
that
you
you're
could
here?
do like you could go.
You
like,
could start-
I was trying to do today.
We
Listen.
could change the whole bit into
God damn it.
you
You
take
let me
something
talk.
you've done bad in the past,
Oh.
and then this week you tell us the story, and then you go out and try to like
Do a good deed.
do something
Yeah.
like sort of like it, but good.
I have lots of little good stories, but like I said, they don't make like good. They're not funny. Like I do lots of little things that are good, but
Yeah.
you know, there's not like.
Well, give us one. I
It's,
mean,
it's too small
Okay,
for
so-
lots of words.
little-
That's what I'm saying.
shoot us a tiny.
Yeah.
A
Okay,
tiny one. Give us one. And
okay.
we'll-
mini
A
good.
woman who could not afford payments for karate for her little kid.
Oh my God.
I gave him a free.
Just like the Little
absolutely free.
Caesars owner paying Rosa Parks' apartment for years.
Almost similar.
Very similar.
Very
Very
similar, actually.
similar.
No,
Someone
but I was
call
like, you know what? I want this person to have, some outlet.
Was she cute?
No, it was a little kid.
No.
Oh, the
No,
mom?
the mom. You idiot.
This guy. Hold on.
No.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, you said that.
If it wasn't real, you'd be a comedic genius. But I can't. Anyway, so
Anyway, I just felt like this person.
Also, it seems like something I'd tell you too. If my kid was in karate, you'd be like, I can't afford it.
Of course.
Come on, give my kids some free, give my free kids some free kicking.
Like, I want them to be in karate, but I
Free
can't
kicking.
pay for it. So what am I
Go
going
fund
to do?
karate
All
classes.
sorts of things that people I know that can't afford things, I buy them stuff and get them stuff. and
Like
pay for them,
Tracy
so-
can't afford lingerie. You buy her some lingerie.
No, like a couple of distant family members needed some like health things that they needed done, and I paid for like scans. And
I
stuff
got
like
my aunt, the breast augmentation. She got big. Hey, let me see them
that.
oats.
Just stuff like that. I mean, I donate
I got
once
my
a year.
grandma's
Got my-
labia reduced.
Got my cousin a BBL.
Anyway, so I want to turn something that I do douchey into something good, I guess.
Okay.
So
Oh
I
my
was
God, like
thinking-
Jesus turning water into wine.
Yeah. So like everybody knows I got the new I got the new TRX. It's bright yellow.
Oh, man.
Oh, bright yellow.
TRX.
Very good.
Yeah, oh my God, it is a very good. Oh my God, you're very good again.
When Seth texts me this, he texts me the picture. He's standing in front of his bright yellow truck.
You wanted the best.
Yes.
And then I'm like, yellow! And then I'm like, oh.
It was the only. So it's the Havoc edition, which is the special.
Havoc.
The special edition for that truck is the yellow paint, the yellow inside.
You know what I
stitching.
calls?
Accents.
Havoc.
So I need to tone it down a little bit. To me, that's just very, very bright and obnoxious. So I was gonna put some matte black wrap on it that was equally obnoxious to other people, but I like it a little bit better if it was toned down with some
Okay.
matte black.
Okay.
So I wanted to put it out there to the BDM community, maybe on the Facebook page or something like that. Post a picture of my car, and whoever designs the best wrap, I'll get it done to my truck, and then
And they can pay for it.
No. Yeah.
I'll let you pay for my wrap.
So you put up a contest, assuming that people care.
Yes,
about
assuming
designing your truck.
that's what I was going to ask you guys.
How
If
did
you
I
think
miss
if you think
this?
people would care about it, and then if I chose them, I would donate.
Why don't you make it look like why don't you wrap it like with a matte with some brown in it and make it look like an aging banana?
Ooh.
Right?
bananas.
No one
Like
does an
gorilla, yeah.
That's not
gorillas like
extreme
bananas.
enough.
I know I have some.
Bruised banana is
Why'd
an
you say
extreme?
extreme like that?
the way you said that.
Yeah, it was weird.
Oh, yeah.
So if I chose their design, then I'll donate like I don't know, a couple weeks pay to their
Why
charity
don't you
of
buy
my choice.
karate for
of their
a couple
choice.
of single moms?
Or that.
A couple weeks pay of this pay, not your actual pay.
or my own pay. Any pay. No, a couple weeks of my pay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know.
So,
So $200.
A couple $100 to the charity of their choice.
Okay, all
Is
right.
that not bad? I'm sorry. Do other people donate
if
more
we
than a
wrap
couple
the
$100?
truck
I'm
and
sorry.
made
Other
it-
people
No.
don't get paid. That
What if
come
we-
in
Well,
here.
okay, that's why I'm saying I don't need it. I would donate it to a charity of their choosing.
What if we wrapped the truck and made it look like it was nude with all of its muscles exposed?
Ew.
Like it's an actual.
But it's an actual car, like
yeah, like it's
mechanical?
an actual mechanical car, but make it look fleshy, like it's got muscles.
No.
Or what about like an eagle?
things out there.
An eagle's talons are
Oh yeah,
ripping,
yeah, yeah. Ripping
Oh,
open the.
oh.
and then
yeah.
underneath,
That's a classic.
underneath American flag.
Yeah, all right. I like that.
So, yeah, it shows
Hello,
like
Japanese flag.
And then another eagle
Japanese
ripping
flag.
through the American flag, and underneath that, another American flag.
As long as the other side there's a Japanese flag, it'd be cool.
Can't have that on there. Sorry. That's an American-made truck. Can't have that on there.
I know. I was thinking of putting kanji on there, but I can't have
Yeah,
that
you
on.
can't-
American
you can't
flag.
have that on there.
It just doesn't mesh well.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if you guys think it's a stupid idea, of course, but I didn't know if you think it might work to.
I mean, it'll be a fun thread.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I'm sure
mean-
there'll be a lot of penises.
yeah.
That's just it. I need it to be serious. Well, somewhat serious because I'm actually want to use somebody's
you came
idea
to, the
to
wrong
do it.
spot.
It's Seth.
Well-
It's like if I put up a Photoshop contest. I'm like, Photoshop this picture of me kicking a field goal at the Predators, and then the
Oh,
best
that
one
was
wins.
bad.
It's none of them is going to be me
No.
shaking Joe Biden's hand or whatever.
Getting a Congressional Medal of Honor.
Yeah, it's all-
winning the Olympics.
It's all going to be jokes. And
Yeah.
so if you put this up, it will all be jokes, and no design will be chosen
Well, then
by you.
the one person who doesn't take it as a joke and tries to do something serious that I might like.
That doesn't exist. There's not one BDM that will actually give you a legitimate.
I have
like,
faith
hey
in-
man, I did the measurements and this is gonna work out just fine. No one.
No, I don't need a measurement. Just an idea. General idea.
No. Everyone's gonna.
I
put-
have faith in the BD. I think there's somebody who would do it.
It'll be 10,000.
What if you make
dicks.
it like scales, like it's like a black mamba?
I could dig that because that's jungly.
Can I get your $200?
That's pretty good.
Well, you got to design. You got to put Photoshop it on the side of my
I can't do
truck.
that. I just gave you the
Well,
idea.
look, you just draw the scales on.
Yeah.
80% turds.
Yeah,
Turd
turds.
truck. Yeah, a lot of pee-pee just
Yeah,
because
'cause
it's
of
a
the yellow.
Yeah. You already have a tampon.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be. It'll be. I mean,
my God.
maybe 99% pee-pee. I don't know. And it'll all be dicks and
I'm
pee-pee.
sure dicks. A lot of dicks.
Tons of dicks.
Some beard
A
dye.
lot of turd dick.
yeah.
I don't even know what that is, but
Well, I mean, it's like
some joke about you only dating younger girls. I mean,
Yeah.
it'll only be jokes. It was this.
dying
brazzers
beer.
on the side.
Yeah. It's gonna be a mess.
Yeah, some Kimbo stuff in there.
Oh yeah.
maybe I can do an RIP Kimbo thing on one. No, that
No, I wouldn't.
Your UFC record.
Yeah, I could do
that on there.
as long as there's a 1 in the first column, that's fine.
A little CTE joke in there. Can't remember the name of your truck. Or,
All right, so okay, well then, fuck it.
No. I mean,
No, you
go.
guys talk me out of it now. Now I'm gonna keep the money.
No,
I mean, do it. Just try it. Try it.
Try it.
I don't
want to
take anything
So
away
your
from the
mini
listeners.
good story was that you were going to source out something for your personal.
I like this.
Yeah.
I was turning something douchey into trying to do something positive with a douchey
for you,
thing.
positive for you.
By the
No,
way,
This is,
well,
you know
yeah.
what you should have called it? You should have called it an art scholarship.
yeah.
Yeah.
by the way,
You got a lot of BDM artists.
You
It's
know
an
how much
art
it would
scholarship.
cost if you went to a place that wraps
There's one
trucks
right up here.
Yeah,
then-
raps for less.
and then
Yeah.
ask them to design something custom? Like it would be
He doesn't want to pay. It's
$1,200.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is a brilliant and cheapo way
Yeah.
to get free artwork.
SJ's taking a swing at it. You got a guy on the hook. He's in there right now, and he knows his way around that.
See,
shit.
there we go.
Like, guess what? I'll pay $200 to charity for anything that costs $1,200.
I think EJ should
It
win.
doesn't cost me money. No, when I send my rap guys whatever ideas that I want, they don't charge me for their designs and stuff like that. They only charge me for actually when they put the rep on. They hook me up really good.
Oh, they don't charge.
You
don't
always
charge
wrap your cards, right?
I always go there to rep
Yeah.
my stuff.
EJ
so.
says that you should make it into wrapped as an MRI machine.
That's pretty funny.
That's
Put
pretty
the
good,
buttons all
EJ.
over and everything as you're driving down the road, and that's pretty funny.
Also,
that's funny.
I know the business. They say they don't put it on your bill, but they just wrap
add
it.
it in
They
there.
add it
They
in,
add it
yeah.
into the wrap
And
cost
I know,
itself.
I know that they
And they're
know
like,
that.
we're really hooking you up, Seth.
But I know that they know that I know their business, and I just anytime they hit me with a number, I talk them down and I say, throw in a window tint, and you got yourself a deal. So that's what I
I thought they were your friends. You're haggling your friends.
Doing business like my dad did in the 60s.
They're rich. No, I always got to throw in
All
something.
right, what's the bad story then?
Okay.
All right, well, so the bad story is
And by the way, the good was almost a 0
Yeah, it really
It's never
was a
been
nothing.
lower.
It was a nothing.
It's never been lower.
Yeah, I don't even know what it was. I don't even know what it was. I
can't
thought
even-
we were still doing the Manscaped ad.
Besides from donating to charity, but
Yeah.
it's less than what a wrap design would cost.
no, it's not. That's where you're fibbing. No, it's not.
I think it's more than $200 to design a wrap.
Plus, give it
No,
to the
it's
BDM themselves. You think they give a shit about donating their time?
Well, I
to
thought they would
charity?
want to be nice and charitable too,
There
and
are
give it to
some
somebody
people
else.
doing it though, so
All right,
we'll see.
okay, all right,
We'll
sorry,
see.
sorry,
They
keep
want to know
going.
your model of your truck though.
It's a 2023 TRX Havoc, Dodge Ram TRX
Dodge
Havoc.
Ram TRX Havoc.
Yes.
What's the
MSRP
MSRP,
on
yeah,
that?
let's get
what's
on
a
that.
walk
Yeah,
away
look that
there?
up,
Because
Sam.
everything's like 20% above the
Yeah.
damn.
I talked him down. The sticker was 108.
And you ask him
I was
to
gonna
throw
say
in a
106
window
or
tint.
108. Yeah.
Throw in a window tint.
100K for a
and,
truck?
Oh my god.
God
Not a
damn.
hauling truck either. That's a
God damn!
I hauled no.
Yeah.
I hauled my boat with it, and it
No,
fucking
I mean,
way
like, it's
nicer.
not like
than
you're going to
the-
be loading sawdust in the back to feed your hog.
I put water bottles back there for the dojo.
I'm
Okay.
not joking. If someone told me a semi truck costs $100,000, I'd be like, okay, that makes it
Yeah,
about
I
instead
know.
of you haul a bunch of shit like $100,000 for a regular truck.
Yeah, one day you'll get there, buddy.
It has cool little
God.
cooler storage.
Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous.
Cooler storage.
You got cooler storage. $100,000 worth of cooler storage.
Yeah.
God damn.
It drives nice. It's way nicer than the Ford, though. 100%.
It better be for $100,000.
$108,000. It better be awesome. It better suck your dick as you're driving down the road.
Remember when houses used to
I
cost
know.
like $100?
Oh,
My
my
first
God.
house was $92,000.
Yeah.
Deltona,
God
Florida.
damn.
And people are asking about the Scout. I still have the Scout's getting work. The Scout supposedly should be done by the end of this month. He promised me.
What are you going to do with that?
I'm probably going to sell that.
Yeah, he's gonna sell it.
It was an investment
He
thing.
waited 3 years for this thing.
No, I'll drive it for a couple
Yeah,
weeks.
he'll drive it.
They diminish the value, right?
Maybe wrap it and then I'm just.
What kind of wrap you gonna put on
Which
it?
car are you gonna keep in your garage? Because you only have room for one.
The red eye only fits in the garage. Nothing else fits in.
So
the
the
Where do you put your truck?
It's in my front car garage. Well, I have a 2-car garage in the back and a 1-car garage in the front, and I pull the truck up to the 1-car garage in the front. I don't go in it, but I park in front of it, and then the 2-car garage gets the Hellcat.
Ooh, it's an exterior,
Where's your boat at?
$108,000 car. Oof.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't fit.
You gotta build a new garage.
The boat's at a marina.
Where marina?
Well, I'm not gonna say because some of these idiots are gonna go mess with my boat or something. Like that.
Is it a like a freshwater marina or saltwater?
No, it's stored out at dry dock.
Okay. All right.
He does everything better
on
than
the
you.
coast.
I want you to know
Here,
how
it's
much.
like
Look at
10
this.
minutes down the road.
Look at him big dicking you. Nobody's fucking in his
What
boat.
marina is 10 minutes? Is it Boat Tree?
Okay, no, it's about 10 to 12 minutes down the road.
Is it on the St. John's?
No.
Okay.
It's on a
Do you
lake.
know-
It's
do
on
you
a
know
lake.
what
It's on a lake though.
Do you know what he's talking about?
No.
Is it a BDM's house?
No, it's an actual.
Is it Conway
Yeah.
Jay?
We knew it was Jay.
No, it's not Jay.
I heard he done some bad things.
No.
Don't talk about
I
it.
heard he does a lot of bad
I'm
things.
staying far away from
That
him.
guy's
No,
a
I'm just joking.
fucking pervert.
No, I'm just
Okay,
joking.
sorry. Get back to your bad story.
So the bad story was recently. So there's other karate dojos in the area, right? And everyone kind of knows each other. We're all friends.
No, he took a shit in the karate.
No, so there was a big seminar. They were putting on. They invited all the other dojos to their dojo for like a weekend of training, kids and adults.
Okay.
And normally when you do something like this, it's separated. Kids go at one time, then the adults come and spar. And
So
fight.
all the senseis from all the surrounding area
about
dojos
4 dojos got together. About 4. Yeah.
all come together to
Well, this
compete.
is like that Guardians
No.
movie that Alec Baldwin did the voice of Santa Claus. When there was like the Tooth Fairy Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, they all came together. I picture all the Orlando dojo, like the heads of office all coming together or whatever.
In my mind, every single one has American flag Zubas pants.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the
Like there's
stereotype.
not one Asian person there. Is that?
Well, just because of all the jokes of dojos throughout the
Yeah.
years, the Foot Fist Way, the
The
all of it.
Americanized.
And it's all the Americanized dojos that give our dojos a bad name. That you think that. That's why. Because there are dojos that wear the all different crazy colored gis and the flashy pants. And
You
stuff
don't do
like
that, right?
Absolutely not.
You wouldn't let me wear a Jumpman gi, would you?
You do though live the life of Kenny Powers.
Yeah.
So
You're
it's not like you are.
The only difference is you're dead serious in the dojo.
Like you don't look like the guy who trained Kill Bill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you look like a stereotypical.
Yeah, you do. With a backwards hat, that beard, and your new truck. I expect you to go to Morgan Wallen. Honestly.
Yeah. It's anyway. Go ahead.
So it's 4 traditional dojos, like actual karate dojos, got together, and the kids were mixed in with the adults. So it was a 2.5-hour seminar, lots of drilling and stuff like that. Then at one point we put on sparring gloves, right? So
Okay.
because we have to have protection on your knuckles, we're not hurting our hands or hurting the other person. And we paired off into groups of like 4 or 5, and they had one adult with like 4 or 5 of the younger kids, like teenagers and maybe middle schoolers and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I was the sensei at another dojo, so I was definitely one of the people they chose to get with a group of like 4 or 5 kids.
Okay.
So I'm in charge of like middle schoolers, basically. I think there was one high schooler in there, but they're all basically
It's
like,
not the Tuma.
Okay. Yeah.
they're all basically like
kindergarten
12, 10
Yeah.
to 12-ish.
Yeah.
One kid was like 13, I think.
Yeah.
So we're doing a drill where the one person has to like come in for the attack, like they have to feint and actually like come in for the attack, and we have to like react as fast as
I'm
we
good
can
at fainting.
and throw like a reverse punch, Yakasuki it's called, to like to the face.
Yakasuki.
Yakasuki.
And now these are kids.
These are
12-year-olds.
These are
The
12-year-old kids.
Yakasuki.
And I'm the one that I'm one of the bigger guys there.
Yeah.
You know?
So you're the sensei. You
I'm
gotta
the
give him the
sensei.
Yakasuki.
Yeah.
Sensei Yakasuki.
Oh.
And then so everyone's fine. Every other sensei does great. And when I'm at my dojo,
everything's fine, perfectly fine.
everything's fine. Everything's good.
Perfectly fine. Very
And
good.
is this for like a training purpose?
Just a training program, just to get everyone just on this-
Everybody, like
just
you
been
go
on
there and
train
you
better.
just rip out a couple Yakazukis.
Yakuzukis.
Yaku?
Gyaku.
Yaku.
Gya.
Yaku.
Ku. Gyaku.
Yaku.
Gyaku. Zuki.
Yakuzuki.
And, so the first couple of kids came in on me, like I'm showing it first. So I'm like, okay, I'm kind of telling them kids what to do. Like, you guys are gonna come in. I'm gonna stop, because in point karate fighting, head punches are you have to just brush the skin. If there's any head movement at all from the other person, like if it jolts back at all, it's a warning. Okay. You can hit to the stomach with some force, like you can hit and make some noise and some thud, and it's okay to hit a little bit hard from neck down, from lower neck down.
Right. But they don't want people
no head
each
contact.
other in the head.
No head
contact. Waist,
it's
you're
just
good
touch.
On,
you have to show extreme focus and kime, it's called, or just the
K-fab.
Yeah, it's a Japanese term.
Secret handshake. Yeah, K-fab.
And anyway,
Jake the steak.
Okay, I'm going off too far on this. Anyway, one kid comes in.
Yakasuki.
Boom, perfect. Go. I'm like, all right, ready? Ikea. He comes in. Boom. I throw the punch and it's fine. Third kid comes in. He lunges in a little too far. I try to pull my punch back as he's coming in full speed on me.
You go full Yakasuki.
I go full Yakasuki. So the padding. And I am ki-ing after each punch. I am going. So I'm going. That's my ki.
Wow.
So that's what I'm doing.
Is that what you thrust in bed? Is that terrifying?
Did anybody at the karate conference think to themselves hey, let's not get the guy who punched out
Kenny
Kimbo
Powers
Slice.
just killed a kid.
This guy beat Kimbo Slice. Maybe he doesn't have the self-control to be not hitting.
You don't get Bam Margera to read to my daughter in first grade, it's not his job. It's not his job.
I'm usually really good with the foot. I've done this a million times.
What happened to
punch kids and
I don't know what it was. I think it was just a different atmosphere, and the kid would came in a little hard.
He's blaming the kid.
I'm not blaming him. But
shouldn't you have had more control?
Of course I should.
You have a tendency to beat up minorities.
But I did stop. I do have. When I'm sparring in the dojo,
could you not help yourself?
Yeah, did you see it? When
you have a flashback. It's
some dogs just attack people.
Some Vietnam veteran where they hear an explosion, they hit the deck.
Did the kid have a big beard like yours? You're Yakasuki.
So you punch a 12-year-old?
No. So and just so you got, I've sparred thousands of matches as I've been teaching, and not one time has this ever happened. So. One mistake.
Of,
one mistake out of thousands of times doing this is not that bad. It's just
Did he cry?
Oh, so after I punched him, the padding is on these two.
Your knuckles broke through.
No, listen, the padding is on the big knuckles.
Now. The kid's never
we
been
gotta
the same.
go fund me for
He's
him.
like that snowboarder who hit his head and became a different person.
The padding is not on this part of your hand because you're not supposed to hit with that part of the hand.
Yeah.
But as I tried to draw back to stop myself from punching, I went up.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah, popped his eyeball out.
And uppercutted this
I
kid.
uppercutted his hard as I could. You heard a crunch up his nose.
Oh,
I pulled back, and he
Oh
goes,
my God.
and then it's a white gi, right? So all you see is just
my
blood just gulping out like some.
Yakasuki,
I
the
Yakasuki. It was a 12-year-old kid crying. Everyone's looking at everybody.
Bloodbath in there.
Everybody stops. The other senseis are like looking at me.
Are you the only white one?
No.
Why did you do that?
I'm the only. Well, they are Spanish. Lots of Spanish. So the mom was totally okay with it. The mom was like,
he deserves it. He's a son of a bitch.
He talks back to me all the time.
He's a son of a bitch.
That
You
little
should
fucker.
see him in Walmart. I told him no football cards.
the mom was totally cool. The sister, who also did karate, was there. She was like a teenager. She went and grabbed him. Was like, "Oh, you okay?" Brought him in the back and was pinching his nose. I was like, "No, don't lean back." I was trying to help.
Me.
And of course, I felt like absolute dog shit. I'm a guest in someone else's dojo. I'm the one with the biggest name.
guest in my dojo. I've always wanted to do that role.
Is there some sort of punishment?
No, the other honestly,
You must fall on your wooden sword.
the other senseis from that dojo were totally fine. They're like, Seth, don't worry.
You
Like,
must
What were
take
you-
a
what were you
pre-broken
doing?
board
I
and
was
stick
freaking-
it in your ass.
I was freaking out. I was with the kid the whole time.
You must take fake board that look like a plastic and go to jibby jab and stick it in ass. That's what he told me.
I have one of those boards.
And you're like, I have to do it. I have to do it. I'll do it, sir. I'm sorry.
So everybody was saying no, it's fine.
It's fine. All the Nugget was no big deal, but I was freaking out. The sister
what
was
if he
freaking
broke
out.
his nose?
The mom was
He probably
freaking
did
out.
break his nose.
So I'm going over to him like, hey,
Then you get a
do you need
nose
to get
like
anything?
mine because I never got it
I
fixed.
got him ice and put it on top of his nose
Yeah,
because
look at
I
that. That's called broken like 6 times before the age of 14.
Could you be charged with punching a
I mean,
12-year-old?
that dojo probably could. I don't know if I'm.
Well,
I'm in
you're
that
an adult.
dojo.
You technically, even if you were like sparring, you still
And you're basically a deadly weapon.
No,
That's a
I don't
myth.
think so.
That's a myth.
If you're
you
there,
punch him in the face.
No, it was an accident. No, if you're there, you know what you're getting into. I don't think you can be charged.
I don't know. I'm just,
Yeah, I don't
I'm
think
just asking the question.
I don't think it's assault. I don't think it's assault.
Yeah, what if the
Well,
parents were
no.
like this adult sensei?
This professional fighter.
And I did. Oh, you know what?
Fighter.
Somebody said in the chat that the only way to get equal is to have him take a shot at me. That was one of the things I said. I was like, hey, look, when we spar again, you can hit me. You can go at me. Get me back. Like, hit me. I want him to hit me. But he's like, no, he couldn't. Try.
My sensei taught me to be a lover and not to be a fighter, and I'll never use the Yakasuki for good bad.
And then I said, if you ever want, I went to the mom. I was like, hey, if you ever want to come for some free
If you ever
training.
want to like hook up or anything,
No.
I got an RTX if you want to like make out or
yours.
suck my dick or anything.
I invited him to the dojo for some free trading because I felt.
I would
was like,
never go to your
I
dojo
know.
if you knocked
If you
me
want
out.
to
I
go
know
to my,
that.
if you want to go to my dojo to figure out how to not be a pussy and not get wood shavings in your vagina, come on down.
I hope I could find this kid one day and like, if you ever want to get revenge, study your ass off as hard as you can, become a doctor, then get a position. This is gonna be a long con revenge.
This is like Old Boy. This is like the Korean film Old Boy.
Yeah.
At the very end, the reveal was like a 7-year con.
And then you study to become a doctor. You work your way up, internship, a residency in a hospital. You finally get your own private practice somewhere near Seth's residence, and eventually, just based on numbers, he will wander in there one day.
No, he'll
with
just
some
walk by your
problem.
window and you'll walk out and you'll be like, "Excuse me, sir, I don't normally do this, but you happen to have
That
like
spot right there.
Yeah, that spot looks like a
fucking-
cancer that I've known before."
And then you know what to do after that. But you can say, I mean, a
and then
lot.
it's literally it's
25 years
Devil's
later.
Playground. At that point, Devil's Playground.
But the kid was tough. Like after about 30 minutes of being in the back room, pinching noses and icing it and cleaning his gi off, for the last like 20, 30 minutes, he came out and there's white gi with just pink stains because we dabbed
You
it all
gotta
up.
buy him a new gi.
I should have offered that. That,
Yes!
that would have been a good. That would have been a good
You
story.
ruined his gi.
I would have bought
That
his
kid's like 30
That's
years
what we're
old
talking
now.
about. All you had to have done
I-
for this story was end it with I purchased him.
Well, that wouldn't even be
No,
good.
you
That
guys
would
would've
just be
talked shit.
fair.
Oh, isn't this almost
You're
like
right.
the story I told where all you had to do is what's right?
You leave him
He just watched him walk
It's
out
so
with a bloody
easy.
gi.
It's
No,
so
I,
easy
I
just to
said
do the
I'd
right
come.
thing.
I gave him free training. I said he could hit me back. I don't know. What a-
That's what kids do in a playground. You have to buy him a new gi, and then maybe pick out one of your swords that you have and present it to him.
Here's some hatchet I have.
You know, maybe in some weird way, like this is. I usually don't think this way, but maybe he's like, oh, I got hit by Seth pictures. Maybe he thought that way too. Maybe he
Tom
thought-
thinks like that though.
But I don't think like that. But
As
then
a 12-year-old, he probably
but
didn't know who you were.
That's how Tom thinks. He's like, I left him with my stories. I gave him some drunk right? That's where you guys align.
He wasn't even born when you fought Kimbo.
people still know.
Oh,
still remember.
Oh, man. Oh, buddy, come here. Come
so-
here. Let me give you a
Whatever,
hug.
it's all right.
Let me give you a hug.
Okay. Well,
So, yeah.
before we go to break, I want to ask you about your sword test because
Oh,
you
yeah.
Sword test.
Hey, can I just, not even making fun or anything?
Yeah,
Those
sure.
photos are rad. Like when you see those like real Asian like senseis there, like they look
Real Asian.
No, but it's just like it does make it look cooler. It does. Like I'm sorry, it's just cooler when you like the guys are in the what are those pants?
Hakama.
Yeah, those hakamas are rad, dude.
So I saw the pictures of you taking your test, and this was to get your black belt in samurai swords or whatever.
And it's called Bato Jutsu.
You can tell he doesn't care.
I know. It's a samurai swords.
You to get,
I'm just simplifying
you to
it
get
for
your
the
black pants in samurai.
And so you were excited about it because you
He was
training
really excited about
in
it.
swords and
Tracy sat through 6 hours of hell too.
oh, by 6 hours.
It was.
You made her sit through the whole thing.
I told her
you guys are doing the smoke and you're pouring holy water on each other's ponytails.
She didn't have to come. I was like, please, you don't have to come this. I know what's going to happen. She sat in the corner. She's like drooling.
Give her an iPad. Give her an iPad.
Did she look at her phone the whole time like I do when I'm
Daddy never looks at me when I
I'm on
swim.
Snapchat for like 6 hours.
I mean, you can't just look at you. I mean, my God, the boredom.
Well, the boredom is the fact. I don't know what part you were going to ask me, but do you need to go to break first?
No.
Okay, so the boring part was there's 10 levels of Shodan to Judan, I think it's called.
10 levels?
There's black belt, secondary black belt, third, fourth, fifth, blah blah blah, all the way up. So every single person that went up, a group had to. If I tested for Shodan, I had 3 kata to do forms. The next belt had to do 4. The next belt had to do 5. But you have to do those first ones first. So they sat through the same kata at least 100 times for each person.
God.
And the kata for sword it's more about the art of it. It's super slow. The cutting's fast, but the super slow. Everything has to be exactly precise. The steps are very slow back.
Very like ceremonial.
Ceremonial.
Boring
So
as hell.
yeah. So every single
I almost fell
person.
asleep when you were talking about
After
it.
I saw the photos, I started looking it up and reading a little bit about it, and then I was learning just on the surface. I'm like, wow, that is a big.
So there's only
At least the nunchucks are spinning fast.
Yeah,
I'm watching it. I'm like, wow.
Oh, it's gonna hit his
If you're
nuts.
into the art of it, it's cool because how to put the sword back and the
This is
proper angle. It's
precision,
precision.
like,
yeah.
But it's the
God.
same thing for about 100
Over and
guys a
over
day,
and
over and over, and I have to
over.
repeat it.
My
So it's
God.
I
just-
saw one of your other
Hell.
guys from your
The
dojo.
cutting's cool though.
Right.
Yeah,
Where
big
are
mic.
you seeing all
Yeah.
these photos?
Did Tracy
on his Facebook page.
I
I
looked.
think.
I can't
I mean,
find
Insta.
it.
I put
Or
it on
maybe on your
my
Instagram.
dojo. My
Maybe it's on
dojo.
your
Oh, the
Instagram.
dojo Insta.
Yeah, follow the dojo.
Karate of Orlando.
Yeah. There you
Seth,
go.
because you're a sensitive guy, I'm curious to.
He's a sensitive sensei. That should be your tag.
Sensitive
That
sensei.
should be your tag. Sensitive sensei.
So would it have hurt your feelings if Tracy didn't come watch you test for this? Because
That's a good question.
Because if I was in your shoes, I would have told Crystal, don't come. It's a boring ass 10 hours. Don't come.
You
And-
do that to me. You'll be like, it's a meeting. It's numbers. You
I'm not
stay
gonna
here.
waste your time just so you
Yeah.
could say you're there to support me. Who cares? I'm like, you gotta sit through 10 hours of this shit.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that it wouldn't bother me, but it showed me how much she cared about me to actually show up and watch it and do that. So
great.
I mean, it's nice. Of course, I like
awesome.
that, but I wouldn't have cared. I would have cared.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
That's all I
Look
wanted to
at
know.
that.
But
Not
I
that
would
Maury
totally.
Povich over here. Look at him. He
But I
gets
totally
that
would have
digging into the
understood
emotions.
because I would have said she wouldn't have to come, but it meant a lot that 100% that she did come to do that. So that was sweet.
I agree. I think that's very cool.
So how did your test go? Are you a black belt
I am
in
a
swords?
I am
now?
a first level in sword.
Okay.
Nice.
all right.
Congrats, man.
And
So in a year,
You didn't show him any of the silly stuff we did with your swords, right? That was I have a feeling
No.
they frowned upon us slicing the
No,
frozen
but I did
pizza
notice
and-
after I was cutting the tatami mats that the sword, especially my sword that I have, it's a really good sword that's not supposed to. You could hit concrete with it, it won't bend.
Yeah.
But I did notice it has a slight little curve to it now, so I don't know if I messed it up
From the frozen
There was-
pizza.
from the frozen
The
pizza.
pizza.
Some shit messed it up. I
Don't
don't
show
know.
him that.
But I noticed it, and the guys noticed it. They're like, "Is your
you been
Oh,
cutting
shit.
pizza?" It's just the voice makes it better. I see a pepperoni.
There is some grease stains on it. We have to ceremoniously. I didn't get the
Stop
words
it.
today.
Just stop.
We had to clean our sword after each cut too. So you have
You
to go.
should.
You have to go sit in seiza
nasty if you
position.
don't.
You have to do the correct way to open it, the correct procedure to clean it, and put it back properly. So it's all done
what do you clean it with? Like a
Lysol.
It's a special. It's a special oil.
Okay.
That comes from, I don't know, it has Japanese on the bottle. I have no idea. It's fucking oil. It's probably olive oil that they fucking put a Japanese name on.
And it's just a
But it's from
rag?
Japan.
And just put olive oil on your sword?
No, there's three
grease it up
steps.
like
There's like
Crisco.
there's a dry rag you take the chunks off with.
My wife is a dry rag.
Then there's a leather style with light oil on it that you do to almost clean it all the way. Then there's like a fine microfiber cloth that's soaked in
the
oil.
microfiber. I don't like that. I want it to be like a ball of cotton, like still with the leaves in it. Then
Yeah.
like a piece of leather, and then like a whetstone or something. Like I don't want any new. I don't want any microfiber. Microfibers are gross. You ever feel a microfiber and then it sticks to your hands because your hands are rough?
But if there's oil in it, it's different. It
I
gets
don't
all,
like the feel. Microfiber drives me on the wall. When I touch a microfiber rag, I
Yeah,
use
I
them
don't
on
like
my
it either.
car, but they'll stick to my hands because my hands aren't soft.
It's weird because on one hand I respect like having the discipline of some like training for something and getting to a certain place and doing a test for it and accomplishing it.
But you also hate it.
But then on the other hand, I can't believe adults are playing with swords in a room together.
It is a bunch of old white dudes playing sword. It's not gonna lie. It's a bunch of.
I know.
But better than LARPing.
But
better than
there
LARPing, right?
I don't know.
Oh, it's
LARPing's got some imagination.
I wouldn't say
Well, you're
better. I
learning
just
a
put it
skill.
in the same category.
You would put that in the same category?
Well, it's not in a different category.
It's adjacent.
Category adjacent.
Yeah, it's adjacent.
We're playing with real sharp objects.
I
But
know.
you're not really
I mean,
killing each
they're,
other.
They're actually
Like-
selling it to me. I was on your
Listen-
side and saying when she said there's some imagination, and I'm like, okay.
When
all
I-
right.
when
And
I
then
came
his
at-
argument of it being adjacent, I see it.
When I fought Seth with that sword in his dojo, he actually knew what to do. I was surprised.
skill.
Well, sometimes
You're surprised?
Well, sometimes it's all about the slow thing and the putting and the cleaning with the oil. Like, there's not much fighting going on. Like, did you have to fight someone?
We fight not
sword
this
to
one, but
sword?
there is yet not at this level. And like 3 more levels, we
Yeah,
Okay,
you're
so
not there
that's
yet.
the
What if
cool.
you accidentally slip up on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh
fuck,
my
and you do
God.
it with sharp swords too. So
Like, I
Oh my
want you
God,
to
you
get.
chop an old man's arm off.
Oh my God.
Like, I want you to get to the point where you fight someone to the death. Like,
Yeah, like the
that's-
mountain.
Then I have back to ultimate respect. Like, oh my
I'd have some
God.
more good stories then. If we do that.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my God, what do you have to stick your thumbs in a 12-year-old's eyes? You know, like, and you're like, oh.
All right. So plug your dojo again.
If you let your kid get punched in the face, you get a free lesson.
Nah, not one time have I hit.
Do you
any
teach
of those.
sword play at all?
I don't
I know
think
what
he calls
that
it.
means.
Don't call it that. Don't call it that.
Or, you know,
That's a whole different
Come on down
category.
to my dojo.
We'll do some
I'll
third
teach you
play. I need
third play.
I need
I
Tommy to
teach
learn.
Kobudo, which is Okinawan weapons. I teach that at the dojo.
Kobudo
But
sounds
you,
way
but you
better.
start with a bow staff, like Donatello, what he had. You start
Kobudo.
with
He
He
hates
Donatello.
Donatello.
I know.
I hate Donatello,
That's what you
too.
start with.
He
I
was
love
the nerd. He's
Donatello.
like, I have a stick and gadgets. I'm like, shut the fuck
He'll
up.
beat
we-
you up with that stick.
He's better than the size.
No, I like the
You
size.
hate the size?
The
I like the
size.
size.
Yeah, we teach Sai too. We teach bow first, then Sai, and then we have Kama. Didn't I talk about this before? It's a little sickle.
Probably.
We have to sickle.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Grim Reaper.
What's
yeah.
the one that nobody chooses?
The Tonfa, I guess.
What's that?
Tonfa.
The one that the cops carry, you know, the little baton stick with the handle on it that goes down the floor.
Oh yeah, the cop baton.
Yeah, I
It's a
don't
cop
want
baton. But you have 2 of
nobody-
them. And, you know,
Yeah.
I'm a double cop.
Yeah. Like I need something with a blade on it, or you know.
Yeah, I want to play.
Yeah,
but the
yeah.
most practical thing you're gonna find on the street is
What
like
about
a
a
long
ninja star?
stick or
What
something like that.
Do you teach ninja stars?
Shuriken? No, Shuriken. No.
If I bring a shuriken to you, will you teach me a
Yeah, can you
shuriken?
throw a ninja star?
No, but I did try to sneak one into an axe throwing place once I'm throwing.
Hold on, he gets points for that. That's a good sign. That's his good sign.
yeah, right,
Hold on, I found
Well,
this
what
good.
happened, though?
That's
Did you
better
I
than
didn't
the
throw
rap.
because
busted?
Yeah, he got
I
kicked out, but the fact that he was sneaking it in is good.
yeah.
So
I was thinking if I can get away with this packed, and I was like, I don't want to really get in trouble and have a
then
bad.
he peed on the floor.
Oh my God.
Did you just have it on your nightstand? Where like
Yeah, I have knives.
He was like, duh.
I have Chinese stars and shurikens and
Oh, poor
Chinese
Tracy.
stars are bad. You can't say that. I have lots of weapons, but my
Poor
nightstand.
Tracy, you're laid on the nightstand. She's trying to put a glass
Oh
of
no,
water
it's not
over
Tracy.
me.
It's the cleaning ladies. The cleaning ladies come over and see dildos and knives everywhere. And they see knives, dildos, and blunts all over my room.
That's an album. Knives, dildos, and blunts. That's the name of the show today.
the 12-year-old is like, we have something in common. This is what I have in my room. All right,
Let's take the break. Let's take the break.
KarateOfOrlando.com. You wanted me to plug that.
Yo, son, KarateOfOrlando.com. Knives, dildos, blunts. Enough said.
It's weird that you smoke the weed.
I don't
because you-
smoke it anymore. I don't smoke it
Because
anymore.
I would feel like you're hypochondriac.
Tracy
like, my
does.
lungs-
Tracy does like once a week, maybe. Smokes.
Why are you blowing up her spot, dude?
Oh, sorry,
We're
was
not
that-
supposed to
No,
talk
it's
about
fine.
that.
It's
That is a bad
legal.
thing.
Yeah,
No, it's fine.
She's okay.
The name of
Just
the...
don't put 420 in your test.
Yeah, don't do
You're fine.
that. Let's smooth it out. You know, you guys know I love the funky music. Name of the band, it's a strange name. The name of the band is Mustard Service, but the name of the song is, it's even stranger, but it's funky. It's called Your Cat Don't Stand a Chance. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan momentarily. 1-844-TOMNDAN show at tomanddan.com for emails.
Smokey's annoying me now. What does he want this time? Let's find his bread and wine. time. Oh, your cat don't stand a chance. Your cat don't stand a chance. With this boy, I'm not messing around again. My friend, just let me in. Oh, I don't know what it is. Come and give me a kiss, my son, my life, my day and night. Oh, you cat don't stand a chance. You cat don't stand a chance. No, you cat don't stand a chance. You cat don't stand a chance.
You're listening to the industry leader, radio guys turned podcasters. And now the whole town is sucking our dicks.
Oh, yeah.
You're listening to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. Oh, yeah. Don't forget to lick our balls, bitch.
Looking out, my head's in the clouds. Acting like we got it all figured out. Don't stop, keep vibing. I'm just going through the motions, trying to figure you out. Make you smile from a big old frown. Just be with me. I am craving some emotion. You caught me off my guard the other day. Thinking about the words I want to say. I never like surprises anymore. Seeing things much different than before.
Just getting by, I'm riding around town. Couple California boys with a California sound. Do you really wanna ride with me? Vibe with me, stay and have a night with me. Make some noise for the sights we see. A million little things make this life worth breathing. Ride away, fairy tale ending. Take a seat, come on the journey. So much to do, so much to see. The city of
I love that kind of music. That's the Lagoons with Island, or actually surprises off of Island Hopping. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. Let's do some dump 'em out.
All right, buddy. You asked for it.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby, let's dump them out and play. I wanna see your topics. Ooh, I wanna also see your bottomics.
Dump 'em out brought to you by modernpi.com.
Hey, Modern Plumbing was just at my house this morning.
Yep, you can get 10% off if you mention Tom and Dan. So if you have any plumbing issues,
I forgot to do that.
all around Central Florida. Why would you forget? We say it all the time.
I'm not that bright.
10%. That's
it could be a sizable amount. Yeah, I had to order some parts. So yeah.
So modernpi.com.
Yeah. Thank you so much to our tech that came by and got our shower running again.
So let's start off with blessing the studio. So Sam, is that what I'm looking at here?
Yeah,
like
it's a smudging kit that our Twitch chatter, Crystal of Peace, sent to us.
Is that a seashell?
It's some type of shell.
Looks like a nut. Looks like a big nut.
So there's little tiny bundles.
She sent it so we could get rid of the orb within the
But
studio.
if we don't know how to do it, you can't just start. It's
But
like,
now, well, there's a guide that's supposed to tell you how to do it.
it doesn't work like that.
You got a feather.
You can't just pick up a wizard's wand and just start casting spells. That's just not.
I'm
That's
just
not the
a
way it
little
works.
worried about
You
Luca
have to say
and
yama
the
yama
smoke.
yama yama. That's what
He's
you're
done
No,
it.
you don't do yama.
Yes, you do.
You do 3 yamas?
Seth says he
yama,
has
yama.
blessed his.
No, you don't.
Oh.
You have to say.
Let me
You
see.
have to say Yakasuki.
No, I'm not. What is this? What
What's
is
up?
this?
Oh.
It's a bundle
You
of
said
sticks,
this?
Looks
right?
like a big fat joint.
Yeah, it does look like a giant.
Yeah.
joint. It's a big bundle of.
Actually, you
is
know
it
what? It's
sage
actually
sticks?
kinda- Yeah, it's sage. It's actually kind of pleasant.
And why is
Wow,
this
it's
supposed
you know what it
to-
smells like? Like a Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
Like
Smell that. It
Hobby
smells like Hobby Lobby. Yeah, it smells like a Hobby Lobby. Or like a Michael's Craft.
I don't know how I feel about Brendan O'Connor. That's a hobby.
Yeah, he prayed
All
the
right.
away.
So anyway, so how is this supposed to work? You light it. And
I don't know.
then-
Read the guide.
Well, we don't have anywhere to put that out, so let's not light it.
And also,
Here, give me the guy.
It's gonna
You
be
want
strong.
go?
It's gonna be
Here,
strong,
I'll-
especially in a
Thank
small
you,
place
Sam.
like this.
Sorry, Sam.
I don't like how.
Okay, set your
one-
intention. Before you begin, set an intention or repeat a cleansing mantra. How to burn. Hold at least at a 45-degree angle and light the tip. Allow the flame to smolder. If it catches on fire, gently blow it out and collect ashes in your abalone shell.
All right.
Create your ritual. Consistently practice your self-care ritual. Your mind and your body will thank you. Open a window, start your front door, and walk clockwise in your space. Use a feather to guide the smoke.
Oh God.
This is bullshit. This is
You know what I don't like?
bullshit.
I like all my spells to be a little bit different depending on what it is, right? So it's like when you have a witch do a spell or Harry Potter or whatever. Like,
give me one. What do you want to do?
well, I'm saying every spell that Harry Potter does.
Yeah,
it
I just learned abracadabra yesterday, which kills people on instant.
So, but every one is specifically different to that particular thing,
Yeah.
right? Even like Doctor Strange, when he does the circle things, he's doing different ones to go to different
They're
places.
specific.
I don't like when it's just like, oh yeah, this will.
Yeah, this takes it's a cure-all.
this will.
It's witch hazel. Just put it on your ass. Put it on your eyes. Put it on your teeth.
This
Swish
will
it in your mouth.
Because Seth said someone did this to his dojo.
Someone
right?
gave it to me to do at my dojo. A Japanese woman,
But
yes.
why not have somebody actually that knows what they're doing do it? I'm kind of with Tom on this. It's like you can't just bullshit this.
If your intention is there, it'll work.
No. The reason that people should know this is bullshit is they're just giving you the shit and saying just light it and throw it. We don't give a fuck.
Of course it's bullshit. It just makes you
Then
feel
why
good.
are you doing it?
It's just like the
To make it
airborne
smell good.
story. If it makes you feel better, then it works, right?
Yeah, but then there should be a process.
But sage should deal with specific things. That's what I'm saying. Like, it shouldn't just be a cure-all for everything. It should be like if
Sage is for ghosts.
Or yeah, say
And
you
you
have a
gotta
ghost
use
problem.
cinnamon for witches.
Exactly.
And you
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
use nut nutmeg for warlocks.
Nutmeg's
And don't
good.
even get me started on gargoyles.
So they like the person
That's
wanted
sage.
Seth to do his dojo is just like this will bring you good luck, but also take care of the ore, but also what? Do everything.
She told me to get really close to the samurai armor I had too to get rid of the maybe Musashi I call him.
Musashi.
Yeah. I have 17th century samurai armor. I've told you about that. I
I've
bought
seen
that.
it.
Yeah, it's at the dojo. She said to make sure you go
have a dead
around
man's
that.
armor. You shouldn't have that.
Yeah.
I bet she didn't like that, right? That's like having Nazi memorabilia.
No.
Like, you're not supposed to have that stuff. You're not supposed to have a dead samurai. Like that whole place is
What you're
haunted
not
by the
supposed to do
ghost
is
of Yakatuki.
you're not supposed to get dressed up in it and dance around in the dojo.
Oh yeah, with your ding dong out.
And I do
He's
that.
got a boner. He's pissing his saddle up, wearing a samurai armor.
You get the glasses on, the hat. I know. Anyway, all right. What's next?
I guess we're gonna Nick's blessing the studio.
Well, what
We'll
is it
do
gonna
it. We'll do it during the week when we can
Okay.
prepare.
Not gonna do nothing.
I'm with you. It's
You
not.
wanted to talk about the mariachi band.
Oh, okay.
That wears for Cinco de Mayo.
This is the best
Okay,
story.
so this is my favorite thing. It's when corporations or bosses for like, and I feel like this usually happens with bigger size companies. You know, smaller companies they probably couldn't fit the bill for something. Anyway,
It's
so
like Silicon Valley. They're hiring Kid Rock to open for the app company.
I have a buddy that his boss likes to do something for events.
What's he do for St. Patty's Day?
Something he does it like where it's Christmas. He will hire like a dancer, like burlesque dancers
It's
for the Christmas
completely
party.
inappropriate.
But
Yes.
anyway,
I like
so
that.
he showed up this morning and there's a mariachi band playing in this business, right? Early 9:30 in the morning, by the way, no one's even there.
I like mariachi bands.
And then there's a mariachi band playing. So I'm laughing at this because now he's like, what is going on? Like, does anybody want this? I like bosses assuming that their employees want something like a mariachi band or
This is for you.
Yeah,
It's for you.
And then the fact that probably most employees are they going to appreciate that or would they rather have whatever that costs
A raise,
and
a bonus,
or just take what that cost and give every employee like a split it, right? Or it's like, what is a mariachi band?
Probably
cost?
not much. Couple $100.
No, it's more than that. A mariachi band's got to be $600.
Though.
Yeah,
Dude,
for how long?
I'd probably go with Tom on this, and it's expensive
they're-
because we tried to hire one before, and it's really expensive.
They're dressed
really
like full Three Amigos.
Oh, Three Amigos, no, I know.
You know
Like,
what?
they got the whole
I got
thing.
a
They're
quote.
professionals.
Sam, my wife got a quote to get Mariachi Cobre to play for something for me, and I think it was $5K.
This says, depending on where
For
you
1
live
hour.
and regional rates for performers, you might expect to pay between $65 and $120 per hour per player.
Oh, per player.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's like 6 to 9 to 12 members.
It ain't cheap.
This is going to be an acapella.
But I do.
Not as good.
Yeah.
Mariachi bands, you got to have the guy with the big bass guitar that he plucks, and then you got to have like
a trumpet,
7 other guitars. Then you got to have a horn section, and then I actually prefer it when you have ladies and men singing and they blend. Oh my god.
Okay.
So good.
Well, this lends me into
all the different voices sound better when you have like a tenor, a soprano, baritone.
My grandpa hired one time that he had a fake cockroach that he would throw out on the table and slide back. It was like on a sling. It was like a slingy thing. He'd go, yeah, and he'd throw it out, and it would slide back.
Yeah.
He did. That's what he said every time he threw it.
Cucaracha.
That's what he said. He said, cucaracha, and he'd throw it.
I'm a Frito Bandito. Keep playing. Keep playing.
So this leads me to something I did that Crystal made fun of me, and I want to ask you guys about it.
Would you wear your Mexican pointy boots?
No.
The ones that you can hold the tops?
There's nothing to do with Cinco de Mayo. It has something to do with our $5 BDM shirt promotion. So Villon printed the shirts for us, right?
Yeah.
And Mark.
Do I know about that?
Mark Villon, yeah, you do. And now you didn't say anything. Crystal says, she's like, that's corny. Like, you know that's an internet thing, and they're going to make fun of you. So Villon's crew stayed late one night
I know where this goes.
to print the shirts because we knew we were on a timeline. We wanted to get them out by a BDM Appreciation Week.
I didn't say anything about that.
What did you think? Tell me.
No, dude. I'm telling you, I did not. Because, like, to me, I understand that it's a thing, but I also thought that you would go above and beyond. But now that
I did. Well, I did. Well, I don't know if I did it.
It almost didn't happen because I had to remind you to do it.
Did you see what happened there? That collapsed.
It did.
Our whole
Anyway,
collapsed.
so the Villain's crew stayed longer to print the shirts, and I stayed late one night to get them done because we thought
At the print
We
shop.
were on a time crunch.
there was
yeah.
way more than they even expected because I told them way less than
You
I
guys
thought.
went crazy.
And
In a good way.
So it was 5 times the shirts that they were expecting, so they had to stay late one night.
So the least Tom could do for fucking up and giving them the wrong number.
So I was like, all right. And no, Mark Villon did not, like, they were like, yeah, he told me that in passing just because he's a good business owner.
Yeah.
And he wanted to, like, say, hey, we got this done for you. And so I was
He's
like,
looking out for his guy.
well, as a thank you, we'll send some pizzas for lunch.
At first he
Pizza
said,
party!
the first thing he said was,
Pizza
we'll send
party!"
some TOMANDDAN autographs for each.
No, he said all of you can get one shirt, one $5 shirt piece
no,
that you printed.
I said
okay,
we'll buy
so
lunch for everybody.
He
We'll
did say that.
send some pizzas.
And see, when you said that, we'll buy some pizzas, we'll buy him dinner, I was like, okay, that's great.
And then Mark was like,
I
you don't
didn't
have to
think
do
of
that.
that as being like a meme, or anything.
And then I'm like, so we're driving to Satellite
see
Beach,
it.
and then Chris was like,
This is like my good story.
well, I know that's why I'm telling you because I
we want
realized
people to think we're good too.
now I got the whole thing. I got like the meat lovers. I didn't get some.
But how many people were
bullshit.
we feeding? Because you did get like a meat lovers, and then you
got
said, well, what do I
3
get for vegetarians? I go, you just got to go cheese.
3 of their biggest pizzas. Well,
Okay.
It was like 6 guys. And then I got the
No,
garlic.
it's 5
naan.
guys. 5 guys.
Was it 5 guys?
Burgers and fries.
No. Anyway, but
You're confusing me.
Is
6
the-
guys is not a thing.
when people receive pizzas for work that they've done,
They typically like it better than money. Yeah.
Also, did they know they were getting pizzas?
Well, we flew a
because
blip
some
over there. We bought a blip to
Some of them could have brought their own lunch or already gone out to lunch while these pizzas showed up.
Well, I
the
don't
pizzas
know
get there at
that.
3 p.m. and the guy already went out at
Exactly.
I already went to Hooters, you fucking idiot.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know anybody's schedules. I just send the pizzas. Then
I'm just the pizza
Release
sender.
the pizzas.
Then
I
I-
hope you gave the wrong address.
And then at night, I'm like, I'm the best person.
You thought that, huh?
I'm better than Mother Teresa. I gave pizzas to the crew.
And then Crystal informs me that I'm not that good, and that people probably laughed at
But
that.
she likes telling you you're not good.
yeah.
To be fair.
No, I know.
To be
so
fair.
I don't know whenever she tells
I
me that if
support
it's
your
real or
pizza.
not.
I support the pizza.
Okay,
Did you
all
get
right.
anything back from Mark Villon that the pizzas were delivered? Or was it we have
Yeah,
no
what's
idea?
the feedback?
Yeah.
I don't think there was
Well,
any.
that is interesting you said that because I thought
I did not follow up. Let me write that
Wait,
down.
No,
No.
he expected a thank you and he didn't get
no,
one.
no, it's not
Oh,
that.
yeah, you are a thank you inspector.
No, it's not that.
They call you that, Inspector Thank You.
I thought about sending a text. They were like, "Hey, what they think about the
Hey, was
pizza?"
the
Oh my God!
sausage.
Never
Hey.
say what they think.
What they think of that meat lovers?
You
Am
could
I
have
right?
been like, "Hey, just want to make sure you guys got the pizzas." That's what you should have
Yeah.
said. Not, "Hey, what they think."
Well, they charged my credit card. I assumed that the pizza company.
Pizza? Do pizza, or no, do a pizza
Just because
emoji
they
with a.
charged it doesn't mean they delivered them.
Well, most companies if they
No,
if they
that's
don't.
that's
Well,
not
they're
true.
just gonna steal my money.
Yeah.
Yes,
no.
because you said you weren't going to be there. You literally said, "I'm delivering this to my friends. I won't be
I
there,
will
but
have
here's
no
the
record
address."
of this, so you can go ahead and charge my card.
if you call a pizza place and ask them to deliver a pizza and you pay for it, they're gonna do it. They're not gonna just steal your money.
So we got
Yeah.
3. We got a meat lovers, a cheese, and then what was the other
Well, they
one?
got like a white pizza, which no one
Whack
likes.
pizza.
Oh, I like Bianca.
Yeah, nobody
Blanca.
eats
on it.
Nobody eats a Blanca.
I
Anyway.
love those.
I like those too.
I did
no
think
one
about
eats that.
sending a text like, "Hey, what did they say anything?"
Are they well
Oh my
fed?
God.
Did they say
Hey,
like Tom Van did
Did
this?
they love the pizza I sent them?
Hey, Mark,
I-
hero here.
Should have just put
I did.
Idiot.
I stopped myself. I was like, "No, that's
just
cheesy."
a pizza
Mark.
emoji, a fire emoji, and then an "Am I right?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Am I right?
Mark, how about those pizzas? Started your weekend off right, huh?
I was gonna ask Mark. I'm like, can you go there and videotape their reaction
Yeah.
when they get the pizzas?
Yeah.
Go,
I
can
want to
see
watch it and masturbate.
I hope they chucked it in the trash.
I was like, can someone
Yeah.
videotape?
Can
the
somebody video
reaction?
this so I can get a boner and hold for being the
Like,
good
I
guy?
need to see how happy they are. Anyway, all right, we're next thing.
Oh my God.
We don't know if they made it.
Dunkin' Donuts breakfast tacos.
Oh yeah, they have Dunkin' Donuts breakfast tacos.
Gross.
Just want to
What
are
announce
you
to the
doing
world,
to
no, they're
yourself?
good. They're good.
Stop it.
No, everybody on the show knows that I don't like corn when they add it to things just willy nilly. I hate it in salsa; it doesn't belong in there. But they put corn on these breakfast tacos, and I'm here to tell you, I'm here for it.
All right.
I'm here
Team
for it.
corn.
Dunkin'
corn.
Donuts breakfast tacos
Yes.
sounds horrible.
It's
I
great.
brought
It
this
makes
up
no-
in the
it makes
Twitch
no
chat 2 weeks
sense.
ago.
They're great.
None of it makes
It's
sense.
just egg with corn and like some sauce on it. It's
Sounds
great.
delicious.
It was delicious with crumbled bacon. It's
Who
fine.
did-
Me and Maisie ate them good.
Who told Mr. Donuts that they like this?
No,
would be-
they're not. They don't. That's not in the name anymore. They're just called Dunkin' now.
Yeah, now they're just
Well,
Dunkin'.
but I'm saying,
Dunkin'.
like, who was like?
well, they have a variety of breakfast foods now.
Yeah,
but
they've
that-
always
but
had
they
like
wanna
little
get into
wraps
taco
and,
game.
you know, tacos.
They get, I know they have the croissant
It's
sandwiches.
just easy
like-
to make.
Yeah, it's
but,
easy.
But did anybody
Get a
want
coffee
this?
and a breakfast taco.
There's someone at Dunkin' Donuts like, you know what, this
I
place
was
should have
excited
tacos.
when I saw
And
that they had 'em.
avocado creme.
Really?
That's
Avocado
delicious.
creme on there, like a little lime, and it's good. Yeah, it's good.
Was it good?
It's better than McDonald's stinking ass sausage.
Not as
biscuit.
good as some wholesome breakfast you cooked yourself and
Well,
your daughter.
Didn't have time. Didn't have time to do it.
Yeah, I'm sure you had plenty of time.
No,
you
no
chose,
time.
You chose
No.
to get up late.
No,
instead of
I
doing-
get up early with my family. This guy's mad as hell.
'Cause,
Well, he doesn't like. He wants you to.
I know. He
Yeah,
wants
drink
feed
the
your-
birdseed.
I know.
too.
He's right. He's right. What else we got?
Tom Brady's Foxtrot?
Oh, so this was interesting. I read this story, and this is all hearsay, so who knows? But the story was that a person near Tom Brady or near his camp reported or leaked that he is now like 49% whether he's going to take that Fox broadcasting job.
Yeah.
That he got, and they already signed the contract. It's like 187 million.
So what happens if he does back out?
I don't know. I don't know.
Does he
what
get penalized for signing the contract?
I wouldn't imagine he does.
He probably wrote it in there that he has a choice. You know,
Okay.
like
I'm
he's
pretty
got
sure
the-
that's already in there.
He's got the lawyers to make sure that it's right. Anyway, but so he may have the choice to back out if he wants. But so, and the reasoning behind it was apparently, again, hearsay, but the person near Tom Brady said that Tom Brady was thinking, well, if I do this job, I'm going to have to not only travel, right? You have to travel to different games across the country, but also I'm not the type of person that's just going to show up and like wing it. And some people have accused Troy Aikman. Like if Troy Aikman just showing up day of and just kind of like being the color guy, he's like, fuck it, I know enough. and so he's like, I'm gonna study, I'm gonna make sure I know all the names and the best
'Cause that's the way
broadcaster
he's
possible.
wired.
Because I'm it kind of goes back to Daniel's job. They're gonna work hard no matter what. And he's like, if I do that, it's gonna be a set amount of time that I know I'm gonna have to dedicate to this. Do I want to take that time away from my family and my life?
For how much million?
187 million.
But think about it. He doesn't need it.
He's already made enough money to never have to worry about money.
You might
again.
be in that position right now. Maybe you don't need any more money.
No, I need 100.
You're blowing a lot.
I need 100. I need 187 million.
So then you start, and it's interesting too because you start looking at it and you're like, and you can apply this with anything in life, obviously, but you look at it, you're like, is this worth? Because I looked up his kid's age. And he's got like a 10-year-old, a 12-year-old, 15-year-old, or whatever. And if you were to, and then he's divorced, so he's only got 25 weekends with the kids. And how much would you have to pay Tom Brady to have one of those 25 per year taken away from him?
He didn't seem to care much the last few years.
Let me ask you guys.
Well, he was dedicated himself towards
he's
being
already
the
in
best
it.
football player
But
ever.
maybe he wants to dedicate himself to being the best broadcaster.
Well, let me ask
he
you guys
doesn't.
this.
That's the
What's
thing.
his-
He's a 50-50.
What
whatever.
is his relationship?
Not according to the update that just came out saying he's denying that allegation.
Oh, okay.
Well, after seeing him on like any of the behind-the-scenes shows that he's done and documentaries, what's his relationship like with his kids? Is it good?
It seems to be based on just the media and the stuff I
Yeah.
see. But
I don't know that much about it. That's why I was saying, like,
But what's 1 year? Why can't he just do it for a year and just be like, okay, it was too much, it was too little? Like,
I don't.
what's a year?
I
of your life?
honestly think that his passion for it is waning because he didn't see the trajectory of him going out of the league going the way that it did. Right? Remember when he left and it was like, oh, he's done. He went out on top, and now he's going to go into broadcasting. It was real hot then. And then years went on, and then people started to question whether or not he would actually be good in that. Maybe he even started questioning it. Now he doesn't really need to do it. He also took a dip, right? He didn't go out on top.
Yeah.
He came back, and then he went out in a weird way. So I think now even he looks at it, and he's like, maybe I don't need to do it.
because I understood the motivation. You say what's a year, but your kids are only young for a certain amount of time, right? Like you only and then once your kids like they grow up and they become teenagers and they don't want to hang out with you. And
Well,
then,
two of them are already teenagers.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah,
but
so time is ticking is what Tom's saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I look at it all the time. Okay.
He's like, the fuse is lit.
Tell me if you guys ever think like this, because I think about it all the time. I'm like, all right, I only have like this particular weekend coming up, like is my son's birthday, right? He's only turning 9 years old one time ever, right? And they're only this age one time. And so if you told future me when they're grown and I'm an old man, how much would you pay to go back and spend one weekend with your 9-year-old? I think future me would be like, I'd pay as much money as I have in the bank.
Can't
like,
put a number on.
10,000.
I feel like
Except
a lot of
187
people
million.
in the future will regret things that they didn't do, sure.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm saying Tom Brady right now, do you think he regrets not raising his children from the time they were babies until now? The oldest is 15.
Well, because he has earned and become the greatest quarterback of all time, you could justify that. But starting a new endeavor
nothing's guaranteed, so there's no awards there. There's you didn't know.
You probably are thinking, I'm probably not going to be the best broadcaster of all time.
Do you not think he's a workaholic, though?
I do think he's a workaholic.
No, but I think you're answering it. That's why he's not going to do it. I think this is an out. Because I think he knows he's not going to be as good. Remember who was the other guy that slipped in there and they all said, "Oh man, look at this
Romo.
guy." But wasn't there one other guy that did it? And then they're like, "Holy crap, we don't need Brady. These guys are awesome."
It was the tight end. I forgot his name. Greg
Olsen. Greg Olsen.
I think you guys are projecting how you feel with your kids onto Tom Brady.
It could be.
I'm not talking about kids at all. I'm talking about I think he wants out because he knows that.
But I'm just telling you, there's an interview that just came out saying he's denying that's not true, that he is going to go forward with it.
And that could be.
Sorry, I misheard you then.
But that could be the case. But for me, when that story came out, I was like, that makes more sense than him even doing it. Because what's the point of taking time away from your kids at this point in life when you could probably hold for 5 years? Now then your kids are all in their late teens and they're starting their lives, and then you got more time. But right now when your kids are young, take
the time.
Why not spend the time with?
I agree with you, but I don't think Tom Brady's going to do that.
Yeah. I don't know why he wouldn't though, because it's. I
don't think he's going to be as good as everybody thinks he's going to be in broadcasting. So if what you're saying is correct,
he's
and
not
I
a
believe
broadcaster.
he
knows a lot about football,
right? But that's what I'm saying. He's just not charismatic enough. I'm not saying he's not charismatic. He's just not enough. When you look at Tony Romo, when you look at Greg Olsen, you look at these guys, you're like. They look fun. They look like fun to be around. Brady does not look like he's not I wouldn't want to work in the booth with him.
Look at Drew Brees. That was one of the biggest failures of broadcasting. He was so boring.
It sucked.
And
it's like a stiff dickhead up there.
But it does.
Ugh.
It like you start looking at money and you're like, all right, what do I have to give up for this money? And to me, it doesn't make any sense why Brady.
Well, you
would
brought
give
up something, and you haven't said it here, but we were talking about this a little earlier, and we're like, he could literally go out and make an energy drink. I mean, probably already has, or just like
name on anything.
Here, it's like a drink. This is the Brady drink, and here it is, and there's my money, and now I have my kids, and I don't have to do shit. And the same amount of money's coming in or more. Like that Prime drink, you guys Prime
It's not about the money for him, guys.
No,
I feel like you guys are thinking because you would do that he would do that. I think he's a workaholic, and I don't think he wants to retire. Yes, he's retired as a football player, but I think he likes the limelight. I don't think he wants to go off and just raise his children. I don't think he's that kind of guy.
I don't think he likes the way it ended last time, and he feels like he probably needs to correct it. That's what I think. I think that. Yeah, I think he'll still do something because he didn't go out on top. He could have, and he did, but he came back and he ruined it.
Like, Daniel, what money-wise, and I'll go through with everybody, what is the amount if someone said, like, all right, 25 weekends a year away from your family that you got to travel?
Oh, man.
And it wouldn't be 25. I'm saying that because you're counting playoffs and other stuff. Let's just say 20 weekends out of the year you're not going to see your family. What price tag would you put to that?
I can't even. I can't.
I
don't even know if I can.
It'd have to be a life-changing amount of money to be
$50 million. I'm trying to lowball it a little bit.
That's a lot.
Well, $50 million is life-changing amount of money, right?
I mean, well, shit, $500,000 is a life-changing amount of money for us.
I wouldn't do it for $500,000. That's not enough.
Because it does, you start looking at it, you're like, what am I giving up? You're giving up time.
Yeah.
I would do it for $500,000.
It's not like he needs money either. He's worth over $500 million.
That's what I'm saying. Nothing, not a lick. Nothing.
Some people have to make the decision, like, hey, I'm choosing money because I need this money for my family.
Right.
But when money is not an option,
that's kind of what Giselle was saying when the first time he retired. and it didn't matter to him then.
Right.
But for his career, I kind of side Brady. Like, you're doing something special that's never been done.
Like for the stats of the game.
His broadcasting career, the likelihood of it being some abnormality special that everybody everybody's going to remember his career as a football player.
It will not be special.
Yeah, like he's not going to turn into the Madden of you know what I'm saying.
He's not that charismatic.
John Madden was a good coach, but he's known for his broadcasting
his demeanor,
career.
his energy, man, his vibe. Brady does not have a vibe.
Yeah.
John Madden had a vibe. Other players talk about John Madden when he would be on the field. You'd look at him and he'd be like, hey, wow, boom, this guy's there, that guy, that's cool. Yeah. Brady's not that guy.
Seth, what would it take you to fight again?
That's
like UFC calls
that's
you.
different because I'm scared of my health.
What if you did one more?
That's part of everything.
What if you did one more fight?
What if Dana White calls you?
And we sponsor you, head to toe gear.
And then Dana White's like, one more time, we got...
Get in there. We got Kimbo's son.
Yeah. And he wants to fight you as a revenge
I already
match.
had that match set up a bunch of times. I already had that. It was supposed to be for celebrity boxing, Kimbo's son.
We
you
talked
about that.
You're going to do that at Miss Tom and Dan.
I was doing that for cheap. I was doing that for
how much?
How much? Selling yourself out.
I can't remember. I think it was like close to 10 grand or something like
truck
that.
money. Truck money. Trucks are expensive.
But what about now? One more fight.
Because it wasn't, it was with big gloves and stuff, so that's different. MMA fights totally different.
Inflatable gloves.
Yeah.
Aren't the big gloves worse for your concussions?
Well, you get hit more with them, and you're not going to get knocked out, so you're just getting rattled more.
Yeah. I think that's worse. Anyway.
But I wasn't planning on getting hit. Anyway, at least like maybe $500,000.
Nah, yeah.
How much for you and Tracy to bring another couple home from an Italian restaurant and you suck the guy's dick behind your bar?
After you eat lasagna.
After you eat lasagna.
About the same amount.
Same amount. Very good.
All right. Let's do the next one. What else have we got?
Taxi Crow.
Yeah, okay, I pulled this up. This is for Tom. This will make you so happy or mad. Might make you real mad. This is the latest in Dan's Crow news. This is there's a taxi cab driver in Ireland who has a crow that will fly next to his taxi, and then the patrons that are in the back can feed it out the window.
What?
Okay.
Look at that. Isn't that you want to say? Oh, I got to find the video now. Hold on. Let me find the video. It's on ABC.
People
News.
in cities that have city pets that are just wild city animals like crows or pigeons.
I like wild city animals.
Or whatever the hell
or
else,
lizards.
like rats and shit, and then they train them. Is funny to me, but also
damn commercials.
I'm a little mad at it because I got a stinky crow.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my god, he's flying! Wait, is that actually your crow? Wait, I'm so confused.
He's a crow. He lives like a wild crow, and he gets fed. You want to feed him?
Yeah, I'll feed him. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh!
So the crow was flying
next to the taxi,
driving like basically at the same speed, and then they rolled down the window and they swooped in.
Gave it a French fry.
Yeah, grabbed a French fry from the
or like
passenger.
It appears to be a veggie straw. I don't know if those of you that eat veggie straws.
Yeah.
I think they gave that crow a veggie straw.
This is like our lizard that's sitting on the camera.
Well, I mean, some things are just unexplainable. When are you going to start
domesticated.
believing in these wonderful beasts that surround us? These crow stories are popping up everywhere, dude.
No, I believe this. I know crows are super smart.
No, but this guy trained his crow to fly next to his taxi, and he even says in the video, that's my crow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's his buddy.
Did he train it, or did he just start flying next to his taxi every day, kind of like our lizard? We didn't train our lizard.
You don't know what I've done with Luca.
That's true. I don't
It just
know
started
what you've done with that.
Going to Sam's camera and sitting
did.
there.
Not going to your camera.
That's true. Didn't go to mine either.
Yeah, but I didn't train it to do that. It just did it randomly.
It started on the gray couch. It made its way in here, into the email basket. Then it went to the microphone. Then it went over to the window, then back to the camera, now the camera.
He's moved around a bit, but he's
he's in an awkward position right now. It looks like it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, he likes it.
He's doing that move my wife does where I want to eat it from behind.
No, come on. No.
Face down
ass
up.
You're a middle-aged man.
I know.
I just quit doing that.
I like to do it.
No, you
I like
can't
to
do it.
all
She
of
lets
it.
you
I
do
like
it?
to lay under it like I'm a doctor.
No.
Under? Doctors don't lay under it
I
like
lay
that,
under it
dude.
like I'm a Jiffy Lube. I'm
No.
like,
Yeah,
oh
there you
my
go.
God, you got to change
No,
the filter
you
in
never
here.
lay under it.
Yeah.
Come on. You don't do
I
that.
charge extra for that.
No.
The magazines are so old.
No, you just no. It's a regular.
Why are your
missionary.
magazines so old?
You lay under it, Seth?
No, I go straight in.
You go from behind.
Straight
right?
in.
You go from behind.
Not behind.
Yes, he does. I know this guy gets freaky.
Yeah,
No.
no. What do you mean? Face down, ass up? Yes.
That's the way we like to fuck.
No.
And I kind of do the same type of position, halfway, I guess.
Yeah.
No, don't do
You
it.
can do the. You don't. You do the.
No.
The nose ends up in the.
Yeah.
No, come on.
Yeah.
Don't talk about
Toes to toes, my nose is in it. Nose to nose, my toes is in it. Somebody told me that one time for short people. You never heard that?
It's getting
Toes to toes, my nose is in it. Nose to nose, my toes is in it.
it's getting difficult with all this though.
with the beard.
No,
Oh, yeah, it's hard to go down on her, right?
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. It's just
Yeah,
a lot.
you
Just
gotta-
yeah,
you gotta go there. You gotta get a,
What
you gotta
is
get a
that?
wash
What
rag.
is that?
I gotta get a wash rag.
The juice?
I gotta get the juice.
that's
The juice is loose.
That's a young
I
woman's
literally
juice.
ring it.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
wow, she's in her 20s.
Yeah, that's a young
Yeah,
woman's
my
game.
God, it's like a waterfall. You know,
Yeah.
when you get into like Andrea's
yeah,
coming in
yeah.
for a landing, pretty soon we're gonna have to start using the artificial. You know?
Really?
Yeah, you gotta get in there with the. You gotta get
dry.
avocado oil. You gotta get there with the
Avocado.
Pam. Like
I have my sword oil. I
You
could
gotta
use.
hit it with the Pam.
Come on.
You hit it with the Pam.
All right. Semantics.
Wait a minute. I little John ya.
It's like a Kanye West.
Yeah, so this week, this Sunday, we'll have a new You Heard About This one that Derek and I recorded yesterday, and it is about the deviltry of Port St. Lucie and Florida's first serial killer.
Ooh, that sounds great. Or terrifying.
Yeah, it sounds both.
It's a very dark episode.
Yeah, that sounds good.
The deviltry of Port St. Lucie?
Yeah.
Boozer 75 in our chat room says, "Hell yeah, Dan, don't stop the kink just because you middle aged." Put that nose in it, dog.
Come on.
Hell yeah.
Why does everybody like to put their nose in it?
Well, you look like a man who needs to put his nose in
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
That was the last thing you're like, I'm gonna put my nose in there.
You don't do it on purpose. You don't do it on purpose. It just ends up
Finger,
there.
tongue, nose, dick.
Karate of Orlando.
Horrible.
How do you put your nose in it?
No, don't say that. We have a huge karate test coming up next Saturday, and guess who's testing for her black belt?
Who?
Tracy.
Wow, that's really cool.
Hold on.
Did she get a few advances?
Yeah.
She's spent 3.5 years she's been doing this
Yeah.
now.
You guys have been
When we
together a
first
while.
together, we were together almost over 4 years.
Yeah, but you've been her teacher the entire time, right? So
Yeah.
are you
Passing her a
Yeah,
little
No,
quicker than others?
every 3 to 4
Put
months.
your nose in it and give her a belt.
Is she doing the? I mean, say another sensei. If
She can do better. She's probably one of the better ones testing for this black belt for sure.
So you're the type of parent that will actually be harder on their kid if their kid.
Oh
was in
yeah,
the
and
class
I've had this
and
conversation
easier.
with them many a times. Like I was like, hey, look, just because I don't want anyone thinking that because we're dating, you're getting any special treatment. So I'm expecting more from you from this than anybody
Don't
else.
touch
So, no.
ninja stars.
She goes, I understand that. She's like, I know, no. She's like, I tell her she needs to do her shit or no passy.
Don't say it like that. Can I tell you breaking news
Hold
in
on.
the chat room?
What?
Somebody in the chat room said one of the kids. He says I pissed on the devil's tree. You know?
Yeah, this is why I actually
Yeah.
did this episode, because I forgot who it was. They had mentioned it in the Twitch chat before they mentioned the deviltry, and then I looked it up and I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah. So the guy in the chat room says I pissed on the devil's tree one time. One of the kids who pissed on it with me killed his parents with a hammer.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
What the fuck?
I mentioned that at the end of the episode.
Wait, the devil's
yeah.
tree is an actual. It's a tree.
Yes, it's an oak tree. In
And
Port
if you
St. Lucie.
piss on it, you'll kill your parents with a hammer. It's hyper specific.
I can't be anywhere near that
It's
tree.
really specific too.
There's a 2020 episode
It's
about it called
super
a Party to
specific.
Kill for, a Party to Die for.
I pissed on it, but I told my parents I was like, hide all the hammers and you'll be fine.
Oh my God. Anyway.
I wish I
No
believed
coughing.
in any curses or supernatural anything. My life.
What about
would
the
be better.
orb?
It'd be more
No.
fun.
You say you and your son are cursed all the time.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but they
I,
just
Do
say
you
it
know
for
it's an
fun.
excuse?
Well,
Are you admitting it finally?
I know it's my slow mental disability or whatever it is. You know, like I know
Yeah,
it's me. I say it's an orb.
Would you
because pass it
rather
off,
have
it's-
Would you rather have your mental disability or would you rather have my physical disability?
Oh, mental.
Okay.
I don't want to be disgusting.
That's the correct answer. What? What? Agree with? I'm like, yes. Okay. He knows.
Anyway, so if I were to fight Tracy, could she beat me up? Like in a wrestling match?
I know you. Those guys have fucking got a boner. She's kicking him, and her titties fall out of her neck.
His nose in it.
This motherfucker's like, kick me good, kick me in the balls, stomp him good, Tracy.
No, I'm just saying, like,
submit me.
Yeah. I've seen those extreme fights. I've seen those where they get the fat lady and she's choking out the little black guy, and then at the end, because she won, she's like sitting on his face and making him eat her ass.
Like
she could, I guarantee she'll get a. Felicia knows how to wrestle and how to take down, do jiu-jitsu.
I mean, she beat
Tracy
my
knows
fucking
how.
ass.
Tracy knows how to kick and punch and do forms and that sort of
She's got long legs,
but
dude.
could I
No,
easily
she'll be
hold her down?
She'll be able to before you get her down. I guarantee she'll get a Yakasuki on your face. I'm not kidding.
He doesn't like that.
But his nose in that
He
Yakasuki.
doesn't like that. He did finally have his nose in it.
Is there like to become a black belt? Is there any peer-to-peer fighting, or is it all just
what are you
punch in the
talking
air?
peer-to-peer?
No,
We're
just
not talking
fighting.
about-
She's got to fight 3 times. Everybody fight. I fought my last 2 black belts I tested. I fought them. They fought 3 times at the end of their. It's a 2-hour test. No water. It's like the hardest workout. Like
No water.
No water. No water.
You couldn't do it because you got to go bathroom every 10 minutes.
No
little
water.
Little BB
It's an
bladder.
intent non-stop for 2 hours. Hard training, and then at the very end you fight 3 times.
I wish you and your boys would go to karate. God, I wish you would. I pray to
So
God
much
every
work.
night. I pray to God, Black God, every night. I say, please,
I think about
please
it.
have Tom and his boys get into karate.
Yeah.
And they're wearing all matching gis. And
I
they're
want them
punching.
to. I'm dying for them to be as passionate about anything that like Maisie's like going to dance,
I
winning
didn't
these
do
competitions.
that. I didn't do that.
And then
My nephew's
son's-
testing too, so he's gonna test for his yellow belt, his 3rd belt. So
Oh, like a truck.
my brother's son.
How old is he?
He'll be 11.
Oh,
And I threaten him all the time.
He's done good.
Yeah, but he needs to tighten up a little bit.
Yeah,
he's got a
buckle down,
He's
buckle
got a Petrozelli name. He needs to
Yeah, you
buckle
gotta
down.
put a little more
I threatened to
woodshed
shave
in
his head a few times, like because his hair is all.
Okay, you got to straighten him out a little bit. Yeah, give him a little
If you get your black
Petrozelli
belt
logic.
as a kid, I was one of the same thing with like IQ.
It's an interim black belt. You don't get your black belt too. I think you're 16 or something like that. But it's
See, kids on the playground
You're gonna-
don't tell you that. They say, I got a real black belt, I'm going to beat your ass.
Well, other
And
schools-
now that I know that, I'll be like, it's a fucking interim belt.
Other
you
schools
piece
might
of
be
shit.
different, but our stuff.
Do you get to keep your black belt status until you're an adult? Like once you get it as a kid,
Then you have to turn it in.
Can you be an adult 20 years later and be like, I'm still a black belt?
I guess you can technically say that, but if they
A
came
lot
back,
of adults do. It's just like being Indian in Florida. A lot of guys that were black belts at the age of 9 and 10 are black belts now.
a lot of black belts and other styles come to my school. Adults, like 90% of them have done karate when they were younger. I start them over from white belt though, because I'm like, it's not the same thing. You got to retrain
Just
yourself.
like every university, it's a fucking money scam.
Yeah.
Like, these
That's
math,
what I'm
this
thinking.
math, I went to Flagler
Yeah.
College. I had 1,000 fucking credits. I go to UCF, and they're like, I'm sorry, their math's different. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, it's not. Same numbers, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's just a business.
God, I paid so much
Anyway.
money.
But yeah, I start them over again.
karateoforlando.com
Yes.
for Seth's dojo.
Yes, sir.
And we have a couple things coming up. We'll tell you about next week. We'll tell you about on the BDM show on Monday. Sign up to become a BDM. We are currently working on next year's BDM appreciation.
Already started work on it.
And we're also going to send out an email to, there are a lot of BDMs that canceled and never signed back up.
Yeah.
When I started looking
You
at the actual
might be
number, I was like,
listening to
oh my
this.
God.
Now, you might be
It's
listening
like
to this.
double the
and-
amount of BDMs we even have.
Yeah, or maybe times were tough. We get it, but we're not talking to you. We're talking to the guys where times are not tough and you're flush with cash.
yeah. You just maybe forgot.
Yeah.
Anyway, check your status at TOMANDDAN.com, and we're going to send all BDMs an email coming up soon just to like, hey, you're not technically a BDM right now.
Hey, what gives?
If you want to sign them back up, TOMANDDAN.com.
If you want to sign them back up, why'd you say it like that? If you want to sign them back up, it's great.
If you don't,
Me and Daniel can't take our business seriously, so
No,
what I'm
but we
trying
really
to,
need to because, oh man, we've done some bad.
No.
We've done some bad.
So I can't even promote it without laughing or make a joke out of it. Anyway, all right, we will see you on Monday.
Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging out.